I know, it's fine. All right.
Do you have a business card on you by chance?
A business card?
Just something that's like
paper
that I can scoop this with.
Yes, hold on.
It could be a credit card, it could be anything. It could be $1 bill. For
Here,
like
giant card. Giant card.
Like your cock.
It is a giant card. We're live, it's fine.
Oh, God.
You can tell people I have a giant cock, it's fine. Please.
In a small universe, I'm sorry.
Whoa! Well, this is your last time ever being on the show.
That's such a lie. Such a lie.
All right, so we are, there's nobody in here yet, but I'm sure people will get the thing, and if you're watching this later, it is Saturday.
Hi, everyone.
And Melissa is here. Melissa's on the floor.
I am procuring my medicine because I am a medical patient.
A medical patient.
As well as I work in cannabis.
Yes, and Elvira is here.
She's looking at my catnip like I was.
Your catnip, yeah. So yeah, usually it's either me by myself, or Mets, or hey, all right, one person is here. Hello.
Hey, who's here?
We got our boy P is in here. How you feeling? Sup Newt, we got Roberto's in here as well, so we got four people in here watching.
Just let you know, it's kind of weird. I'm on the floor.
You're on the floor. Melissa will be back in a minute. Melissa's on the floor. Can you hear me okay? See okay?
I'm working on getting him better equipment.
We will get better. My equipment is just fine, thank you.
I wasn't talking about other people. I don't want to take this.
Oh, okay. Where's Madeline? Madeline is in Missouri. Madeline will be back out here eventually because we have some stuff we got to shoot. Metz is at work tonight. Fallon is the guest of a opening of a tattoo parlor place today. Her and her friend. But Melissa is here.
I don't want to see me.
Melissa, you'll be back up here in a minute.
No.
No. You got to come back in the picture. People liked you. People were excited that you were here.
Why?
Melissa and I just shot before we went out. We shot a video for the OnlyFans where we were talking about porn for an hour.
Surprisingly, it was an hour. We didn't realize it. I'm sorry. I try to keep them.
You were like, "What is that? Like 20 minutes?" And I checked it. I was like, "That was an hour, motherfucker."
It's horrible. I try to keep them on schedule, but it doesn't work.
I don't need to be on schedule. Melissa is a chiropractor. You are not a chiropractor.
I am not a chiropractor. No. I wish I was. I work in cannabis.
Cannabis?
And I hate it.
Oh!
I'm sorry. I was trying to put it on lightly because it's dark.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to try this one more time. There we go. Oh my God, stop. Oh, let's just wait. What is this, up or down?
We're at a rave.
There we go. There, that's better.
All right, there you go. A little better.
We're just getting the reflection off the back.
That's fine. Got any good kush?
Well, it depends on what you mean by kush. What kind of kush
Cushion
do you want?
for the pushing. Could you sit down so people can see you?
I need a... You gotta give me a second. You started way too early.
I didn't start. I was just letting people join us. See how it is? Metz doesn't treat me this way.
That's because I'm demanding.
You are pretty demanding.
I'm a pretty big bitch.
Yeah, you're a pretty big bitch. You ordered sushi. All right, very nice.
We were talking about sashimi earlier.
Yeah, we were actually.
I need an ashtray. That's what I'm looking for. Or a can.
Grab your can out of the trash can right there.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Hold on.
We gotta do everything around here. She's teasing us. Yeah, it seems to be the case, right? Yeah, we shot a video for the OnlyFans.
That is my job. I am the dick tease.
I'll probably put it onto the Patreon as well. And then we went out and we had some drinks and a drink, but we did 80s trivia to ourselves. By ourselves at the bar near my house, and now we are here and we're gonna stream for a little bit and
Wait, can I smoke on?
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
On YouTube, I don't know.
I don't cares.
I don't.
Why would it matter?
Because we're part of the generation that they took smoking out of pictures.
I know, but you're smoking cannabis, not nicotine.
But I don't know.
You're fine. I don't think it matters.
I'm sorry.
Nobody's watching this. There's 8 people watching right now. I don't think anybody cares.
And you get to watch me smoke.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna smoke too.
I'll get him high as fuck.
No new YouTube rules against it. Okay. On YouTube, smoking should be fine.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
Okay, all right, good.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's quite funny because we're doing this on a a phone camera.
Oh, my phone, yeah.
So I don't see his face. I just see your words over his face.
That's fine. That's all we need.
What's my favorite movie?
Is it Up in Smoke?
No, I'm not a pothead. Surprisingly, my top movies are period pieces. My first movie that I ever bought was Mozart. Or Amadeus, I should say. And my actual favorite movie is Dangerous Liaisons and Valmont, which is where Cruel Intentions came from.
Yep.
So, those are my top movies, and my top animated movie is Perfect Blue.
We were just talking about that the other day, actually. It was kind of funny. Not you, but somebody was asking about animes that I have seen. They named a bunch, and Perfect Blue is one that I've seen actually more than once.
That is my favorite.
It's been shown to me a couple times by people.
I have it on a VHS tape, and I used to watch it on loop, as well as Spawn the Animated Series.
Oh, the show is great.
That's my favorite.
David Keith as the voice of Spawn.
The third season, though, got a little weird when they started bringing in the goddess bitch. But
oh, yeah, Evangeline? Yeah. Newt's favorites Eat, Pray, Love. I always wanted to do Eat, Pray, but Pray like Predator, Love, and it's about like...
Well, that's like Love and Zombies.
Well, it's like, yeah, but I want to do like Most Dangerous Games, but it's like all these like vapid... Instagram models get brought to this island by old spinsters that now like are hunting them for sport.
That's good.
Vampire Hunter D is my favorite.
I love that.
I had to watch that one for Cinemassacre. That was one of the scripts I wrote that went word for word, yet I apparently plagiarized every bit of it.
There was Vampire Hunter D, and then there was the second one. A lot of the top anime that I used to watch was like Iria, I think it's called Green Ran Run. I always say it wrong, so I forget.
What's up, Newt? And guess I just finished my first day of my new job. Oh, very cool, dude. Yeah, you've been Kevin had been applying for jobs for a while, and he finally got into his new job. He's been keeping us abreast of everything. Oh, go ahead. What were you saying?
I don't remember now.
All right, you were talking about anime.
Oh, I was just saying, like Akira.
Well, yeah, everybody's seen Akira.
Yeah, but that was new to me.
You remember Race, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course I do. I love
I
Race.
don't know.
Hi, Race.
If Race is here, Race does review Zero, and when he was in Japan, he did the whole thing, like the whole fucking the bikes and everything from Akira.
That's
it was really cool. Yeah, he sent us all. If you're not in our Discord, you should be. He sent us all the stuff from his trip to Japan.
I have to see it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Congrats.
Ninja Scroll was good.
I've seen that one. Spriggan.
Wicked City, if anyone remembers.
I remember Wicked City.
That was like the introduction of like adult porn type.
What was the and then like the Princess Mononoke and all that.
That's
kind
more
of
the
stuff.
newer stuff,
Yeah.
but he's also just famous for all those movies now.
Studio
Away.
Is that Studio Ghibli?
Yes.
Ghibli.
And then you had a lot of the older ones that I used to watch is like Battle Ghost, Battle Angel.
Oh, okay.
Ghost
Love you,
in the
Newt, and the channel. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you. I don't really know what we do.
It's all him.
We're
I
just
show my face every day.
Yeah, we're just kind of making it up as well. Before you were just a voice behind the camera. You were just a disembodied voice behind the camera. Yeah, the first time people put a face to the voice was at the AC Horror Con.
Oh yeah.
You were wearing the Freddy Krueger sweater.
Is that? Well, I was wearing outfits all weekend. That was like the third outfit. Too.
I know, but I think that was when you were on camera. It was the first live stream.
Oh yes,
and
I had a mask, so you really didn't see me.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Because he's like, "Why are you wearing a mask?" Like it's COVID.
Is Melissa Latin X? No, you're mixed.
What is Latinx? I am Latinx. I'm half Puerto Rican, half German.
Okay.
Literally, my mom is from Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
My dad is the first generation from Germany.
Okay, well there you go. I thought I had it reversed. I thought that your dad was Puerto Rican.
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, now I know.
No, I came from a trilingual household and I only speak bad English, so.
That's fine. We all speak bad English.
It's alright.
So, there's English and bad English.
I speak truck driver very well.
And we were talking about trucker porn earlier, so. Do I get it? Yeah.
Am I allowed? Am I gonna get in trouble?
Why would you get in trouble?
I don't.
I'm a grown man.
I don't know what the YouTube rules are anymore.
If they try to shut the channel down for this.
That'd be funny.
Two consenting. No, because one night Metz was crying.
2 friends, 1 joint.
Yeah, Metz was crying on the live stream.
Why are you
went
crying?
because people were being very supportive of their transness.
Oh, okay, so it was.
And Metz went to dry their shirt or their eyes on their face, but both titties popped out.
Yes!
So it was just full out titty on the thing, and I'm like, oh no.
Did you have to edit it?
No, I just left it. Nobody said anything.
All right, cool.
What's the anime with the demons and the giant penises that shoot out of the ground? I don't know. My dreams.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I felt like that's a Rick and Morty episode.
Yes.
I had a weird one that was their destiny was preordained. That was one I used to watch.
Okay.
And
you and Metz should join a German language channel because Metz has everything in their life set to German.
I would love to.
So whenever they have to read things in German or in English, they have to like rethink about it, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I would absolutely love to. I would love to learn. I actually tried learning like 3 or 4 different languages.
I barely speak English properly.
Yeah, I don't know conversational, but Spanish I can speak a little. German I do understand a little.
Mm-hmm. That was an Elon Musk toke, Newt. Oh yeah. The only time I smoke is with you.
Yeah, I actually gave him his first joint. Was like break in case of an emergency.
Yes, and it was during an emergency too. So it was during when I got fired from Screenwave. You would come over, sit on my living room floor with me, and then pass the bowl back and forth with me. So that was the only time I ever really smoked. You know. How about Brazilian, like the wax?
How about Brazilian, the language? Because that's Portuguese. I don't speak Portuguese.
And you never will with that with that attitude.
People think it's Spanish, but it's not.
No, yeah. That's right. As I remember, like when we first started like becoming friends, we were talking about like each other's backgrounds, and you were like, "Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican and German," but I couldn't remember who was what side of it. That's an interesting combination.
It very is.
Yeah.
It very is.
Because it's like that is two very volatile.
Can be.
Yeah, like German and Puerto Rican, you know.
Yeah, it's a very, very dangerous mix, and I get that all the time.
But you definitely you look more Puerto Rican.
I've gotten Italian. People don't know what I am, so.
It's fine. Don't let them keep them guessing.
It's fine.
I'm everything, and people are like, "Oh, are you Jewish?" And I'm like, first off, Jewish isn't it's a religion, not a nationality, but that's what people think I am.
Nope, I'm a half breed.
Yeah. Imagine a low rider. Sorry you're late. You're not late. We hot creamy farts. We just started. Did you wind up doing what did you wind up doing with those blunts? They're literally still in the glove compartment of my car. So I could go get them. Hot creamy farts met us in Akron and brought us chips and sodas and all kinds of fun.
Nice.
There was way more people that came to hang out with us in Akron than did in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Yeah. Melissa come play any race in a movie. All right, you look Pursley?
Pursley?
Technically in Brazil they speak Portuguese, but in reality Brazilian is a whole other language. Well,
yeah,
because Maritoso is actually in Brazil.
Oh,
so
well, it's like Spanish. There's like if you live in Mexico, it's a different type of Spanish than if you live in Puerto Rico. And like I would travel to Spain with my mom, who is fluent. You know, she lived in Puerto Rico until she was 14, and they speak a totally different dialect than any other. I think the only country that spoke the most standard Spanish was supposed to be Colombia.
Okay, that's where I go to get my cocaine.
Yes, that's why.
Because of my massive nose.
Very standard.
That's what people are always like. You can't do coke. You have a big nose. I was like, I don't think that's how that works. And the idea still is the first time I do coke has to be off somebody's boobs. Metz is like, if I'm not there for that, and I was like, trust me, if there's ever a chance. Quebec French is wild. Yes, I like Melissa the guest. You seem very chill. What's your favorite horror movie?
What's my favorite horror movie?
Mm-hmm. Same as Chilean. I speak I speak fast enough to understand their Spanish. Okay, I ran a diner at one point, and everyone who worked there was Spanish, so I had to learn like Spanglish or like kitchen Spanish basically to kind of get what I needed. I'm in Chile, not Brazil. Oh, okay, I thought you were in Brazil for some reason. Every time I think of Brazil, the first thing I think of is that dude who got shot in the face in the soccer championship because he accidentally scored in his own goal, and he went
Oh,
back to his mother's house and they shot him in the face. Adam Sandler. Yes, Spanglish was an Adam Sandler movie. Okay, so what's your favorite horror movie? What's your favorite scary movie?
What's my favorite scary movie? I honestly don't know.
Hey, Elvira, if you could not knock over the tripod, that'd be incredible.
My favorite, like, one that I could, like, to the way it's shot is the newer Texas Chainsaw Massacre with Jessica Biel.
Okay, the reboot.
The reboot.
Okay. I thought you meant the Netflix one that was, like, all woke.
No, the reboot. But, like, depends on what people think of horror. Like, my favorite, I guess, some people could think it's scary, is, like, A Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that, you know. That's more of shocking than anything.
I wasn't a huge horror fan growing up. I was scared of horror movies until I was, like, 12 or 13.
Who do you think shot John F. Kennedy? The CIA.
I mean, the government definitely took him out.
Andres Escobar is far from Colombia, the guy who got shot. Oh, okay. We learn something new every day here.
I know nothing about what's going on right now.
That's all right. You don't have to. I think the remake is as good as the 74, just different. My biggest problem with the remake was I didn't like the darker tint to the movie. I didn't like that it was raining out and stuff like that. My favorite thing about the original is how dry and stark it is. But I understand you have to do something different in order to, you know, facilitate a remake, you know. I thought the cast was really well done. I liked the time period and all that kind of stuff. I just thought that it was a little too dark and stylistic for being the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like, the title says bone dry starkness, you know? So, yeah. Should Puerto Rico be a state? It kind of is. Did you hear they're going to remake do a Deathstalker remake? Oh, I'd love that. Has Oliver Stone lost it? I don't remember the last Oliver Stone movie I saw that I liked.
What was the last one he did?
He made that documentary for Netflix, like America, the Hidden whatever. What did he make? Alexander with Colin Farrell with his blonde hair.
And that wasn't even good.
No.
The only good part was no, that's Troy. Rosario Dawson.
No, that's Alexander, where she's all naked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What mainstream movies are you looking forward to this year? There's a bunch of stuff that's coming out this year that I'm excited about. Ghostbusters, obviously. There's a good bunch of good horror movies coming out and stuff. I don't know. I'm excited about. That's like going to the movies. I'm like a child when it comes to that. I'm like, yay. Let's see. The drill sergeant, Full Metal Jacket. Yeah, he was the Arlie Ermey was the
That's why I liked it so much.
Was this? Yeah, he's great in it though.
That's what's, from that movie. That's the only thing you saw him after. Was, as far as I know, it was like
he did some comedy stuff. I liked him as the drill sergeant Ghost in The Frighteners.
I don't know what that is.
You ever saw The Frighteners?
No.
Peter Jackson?
No.
With Michael J. Fox? Oh, really? It's about a dude who has a near-death experience, and now he could see ghosts, and he basically uses the ghost to to con people into thinking that he's a paranormal eliminator.
I remember hearing about it, but no.
He's great in that. Yeah, he was really good in it. It was the last thing he really did that was mainstream before Elvira. Fucking cat, man. Mortal Kombat, the live action series. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up on everybody's stuff. He was good in Saving Silverman. I remember that one. They were a Neil Diamond cover band, Diamonds in the Rough, and Jack Black was in it. Yeah. All right. So, what are you doing? This is your first live stream.
Hi.
You know?
I don't know. I was good. See, we were expecting to I'll be playing video games.
Yeah. They're Elvira, no, the phone is going down. Well, it's actually on a tripod
and she's
with the ring light, and she's trying to knock the tripod over because she's an asshole. Saving Silverman is great. Yeah, I try to avoid Silvermans in general anymore, but that's well. You good, buddy?
No, she's playtime now.
She's a fat idiot. Let me bring that back up because somebody asked a question there and I didn't.
How'd you do that?
Huh?
What'd you do? Why are you touching things?
I'll touch whatever I want. Can't stop me. Who's the better Melissa? Melissa Joan Hart or Alyssa Milano? I mean, well, Melissa and Alyssa are not the same thing. By the way, maybe because it's pretty huge, and I don't know, the laws are in PA. I don't really. Well, you have a card.
Yes.
So I think we're good. And I'm in my home, and it's medicinal. I might have cancer, so it's fine. But PA is a pot state, and we could say that it's cloved. Isn't there like clove cigarettes? Like that's all. That's like.
There were CBD cigarettes.
CBD. I don't know what that means.
It's like.
What is it? It's cannabis.
That's CBD. CBD is like a legal hemp-derived substance.
Oh, okay. Well, what does it stand for?
I couldn't tell you that.
Oh, okay.
I work in the industry. I know anything about that.
We don't know nothing about nothing. We're distracted by Elvira and whoever's yelling outside of my apartment and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you for coming to join us. There's 16 people watching right now. We had planned to play video games tonight and stream them, and then at 6 o'clock this morning, I heard a loud crash outside of my apartment. They're taking the pizza place and the apartment next door out and putting in like a new restaurant, and they cut all the fucking cords to the cable thing, so Comcast has to send people out to fix my thing. So I was like, oh, I can't even bring up the fucking thing to answer the questions. So you brought over a tripod and a light, and we moved it close to us so that we can read people's questions as we do this. Because this is the kind of outfit that we have here, Best video game movie, Prince of Persia sucked. I really liked, I like Street Fighter for how ridiculous it is, and I really liked Silent Hill, but I've never played the game.
See, I love all video game movies, so it doesn't really matter.
Mortal Kombat 95 is fun.
Like, for me, I thought DOA was hilarious.
Oh, with Jamie Presley?
Jamie Presley,
yeah.
And, oh my god, she was in Sin City movie, she's Asian.
The Asian chick?
Yes.
Yeah, her dad is Benihana. Yeah.
So,
I saw that in the theater.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I saw that, yeah, it was hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Because I didn't even know it was a video game.
Well,
the people I went with knew that it was.
So my top video game / it's not really a video game is Grandma's Boy.
Oh, I like it. They have legs, robot legs. I have a robot vagina.
That is my top gamer movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would come into I like the Mortal Kombat series, but I'm a Resident Evil fan, and I actually like the last one. I watched that on repeat to bed.
Oh, you saw that with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we saw the Mortal Kombat, the last Resident Evil movie together.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nobody else wanted to come. It was just you and I in the one theater.
Yeah, I just liked it because it was a lot of the scenes were true to what I remember in the game.
Yeah, there was a couple times where you're like, oh, that's what
the
the
story
game.
might not have made sense, but did it ever?
How you doing, buddy? I'm all right. Yeah, there was no gore in the '95 Mortal Kombat movie. I think that was a big mistake, but it was PG-13, and it did. The woman is beautiful. I think they're talking about you.
What?
They said that woman is beautiful.
Oh, hi.
Yeah. my Puerto Rican German goddess here. Yeah, no, but I like the first. Now you're cold?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you were cold now. I was like, I thought you were too hot.
No.
I like the Super Mario Brothers movie for what it is. But it shouldn't have been like the '93 one.
The original.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you see the new one?
No.
The new one was actually pretty fun. They did a good job with it.
I heard it was pretty fun.
But
does 8-bit count? Because that had so many different game things in it.
Which one was it?
Oh, it was an.
Oh, the Adam Sandler one.
Was it Pixar film?
Pixels.
Pixels.
Yes,
okay.
That was the name of it. She's beautiful, smoked weed, and played video games. Well, I guess you're their ultimate woman now. Yeah, there you go. The 18 people watching this, you found your people. Yep, we're gonna auction you off to the highest bidder. Sorry, this is how this goes. Everyone comes here. It's yeah. What are some other really bad ones? Double Dragon's pretty bad. How is Elvira? Elvira's over there being ridiculous.
The Tekken one was hard.
Oh yeah, the Tekken one was bad.
Tekken one.
Double Dragon was bad. The fucking sequel to Silent Hill was really bad with
Did they make 3 of them?
Did they make 3 of them?
Or
I
is
just
it
remember the
three
first 2. Second one was in 3D and it had Jon Snow in it from Game of Thrones.
I just tried to watch the new Silent Hill, or was it Resident Evil? I can't remember.
There was a
It's
show.
It's an animated show.
I think it was Resident Evil. House of the Dead, no longer. I had House of the Dead at my theater. When it goes into like first person, it's ridiculous. Surf Ninjas. That's not based on a video game. Assassin's Creed, I never saw, but that was with Maria Cotillard and Magneto. Fucking dude, what's his name? Mike. Whatever. He's a famous actor. Cats are ridiculous. Mine won't. I'm gonna say straight. Man.
I mean, I like Riddick.
Yeah, I liked the first one a lot. I liked Pitch Black a lot. That was based on. That was a good one.
In the video games.
They made video games of it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Fassbender. Yes, Michael Fassbender. I knew the first name and I was like, wait, Michael Fassbender. He's in Shane. He's got a nice dick. Yeah, like you look at it, it's like, I'm straight, but. And in Rome. Yeah, it's just been like, I guess that's like the next big thing. Like, I think video game movies are going to wind up becoming the thing when superhero movies are like.
It already was.
I know, not as much though. Like, Mario made a bunch of money.
They just did the TV series with the people from Game of Thrones. It was a video game. It's about the mushrooms.
Oh, The Last of Us.
Thank you.
Yes.
Like, I feel like they'll make more series than
Yeah, I didn't know. Oh. Sorry, make sure your cable's. Okay. I didn't know that was based on a video game, because I'd never heard of the game before.
Yes,
but the show was actually really good.
Yeah.
Because somebody at the con, Fallon and I were like, "What are you supposed to be?" And they were like the mushroom head zombie people. So, I don't know. Again, I'm not.
Ethan Dark.
What is it?
Yeah. What's the one with? Oh my God.
Tara Reid.
Stephen Parkour. Peter Parkour. Uncharted.
Oh, Uncharted. Yes, we watched that. Yeah, Uncharted movie. Tried to be good. It was. Yeah. Did you see that one with us?
I did.
That was the night that Metz gave himself a black eye.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I was there for that.
Jesus Christ.
We were all there for that.
I was upstairs for literally a minute. Twisted Metal, surprisingly good. Yeah, there's a dude in Harley in our Discord talks about Twisted Metal all the time. I vaguely remember that game only because of Rob Zombie, but I never saw the show.
Did you ever see the clown masks I made?
Yes, you sent me pictures.
Yeah,
of
I
it.
did. Yeah. I did Sweet Tooth and I did Sophia.
Okay.
His daughter.
Have I seen the new Avatar show? No, based on the Last Airbender or Avatar like the James Cameron Avatar.
Probably the Bender. I don't think they came out with an Avatar series.
I'm just messing with you.
They took 10 years to make the second one.
I know, and it was awful. I tried very hard not to do rant videos, but I had to do a rant video because it made me so angry that I spent that much money to go see it in the theater.
I did not like the first one. I thought the animation was beautiful.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was a child that watched Dances with Wolves so many times that when I watched that movie.
Oh, then don't see the second one. The second one's got, he just rips off scenes from Titanic. They literally have a whole thing where there's a whale that has like an oar through its hand and it's mean, and then like the little thing has to pull it out. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, like the lion and the mouse. Yeah, I get it, you know? Fucking James Cameron. What a plagiarist.
Well, every story starts somewhere with something that...
Every kiss begins with K. You see, I saw a video earlier. It was a little girl. She was sitting up on the table with her dad's like, sing your favorite song. He's like, I have a structured sentiment, but I need cash now. Like J.G. Wentworth. It's a little kid singing that. And I was like, that's funny. Is that like a local thing or is that like a national thing?
I have no idea.
J.G. Wentworth?
Anyone know?
I don't know.
Where
they don't know.
The words? Oh.
It'll pop up as people ask questions. Where'd I put the words? I'll show you where I put the words.
I thought you hit something. I don't know.
You'll see where I put the words when this is over. Alright, there we go. Newt, let me see the mutton chops. I got rid of the mutton chops. Hot Creamy Fart says J.G. Wentworth is out here. Okay, so it's in Ohio. I got rid of the, how is everyone? Hello, Kevin. We got rid of the mutton chops when I got a haircut. It was just a Pocahontas remake. Yeah, I could see that. The first Avatar was just that, but I made a gazillion dollars, and not for me.
It made advances in so many things, gaming, film.
All right, J.G. Wentworth is also in Illinois. So we got that there. So it's not just a Philly thing. Like, you know, if I say Tasty Cakes to people or Wawa to people.
Well, nowadays you can't. Tasty Cakes is a national brand, I think.
Is it?
They got bought out.
Oh. I thought it was still just a tri-state area thing.
I don't think so.
Oh. Shows what I know. You think
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I know it got bought out, though. It's not by the same people that owned it.
We're the most ill-informed show on YouTube.
And we can't do anything trying to figure out.
That's fine. How would you cast a live-action Fern Gully? I wouldn't. I just don't.
No, leave it alone.
Yeah. Is Wonder Bread still a thing? I think I've seen Wonder Bread in stores still.
I don't eat bread, so I don't know. I haven't seen Wonder Bread, honestly. There used to be a Wonder Bread store, though, when I was little.
I remember that.
Like, I lived near the factory.
It's a national... Okay, so J.G. Wentworth is a national campaign. So we know that now. But no, I swear Wonder Bread is still a thing.
It probably is. I just don't know.
What is... it's not made with yeast, and it's an Irish bread.
It's not made with yeast.
Not made with yeast, and it's an Irish bread. This is one of the trivia questions. Soda bread. I got that one right. I thought soda bread, but I also thought potato bread, but then I was like, that's probably super racist.
Potatoes prevents being in touch.
Oh,
that could be wrong.
Chop ham? I don't even know what that means. Chop ham?
Chop ham.
Chop ham? Ala Chapama? Yeah, what was the other one? There was like a little dude, he was like a chef, and he made bread, and he came in like a yellow bag, like the Stroman's guy or whatever. Do you remember that one? He's like a little cartoon.
Sure, wasn't the Stroman's guy, and they just changed it?
I'm sure it was. Wonder Bread lives on.
Peppermint? No, it wasn't Peppermint Farms.
No, that was Pepperidge Farms.
Oh.
Pepperidge Farms, remembers. You remember, what were we talking about earlier? And it just dawned on me. I was just like, I remember now. Let's see. Steamed ham. It's an Albany dialect. You see that Simpsons episode? You're calling them steamed hams, despite the fact that they are clearly grilled. Well, I'm tired. What is that in your kitchen? Aurora Borealis. Completely isolated to your kitchen at this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the country. May I see it? No. What are you doing? I'm just stretching my calves on the windowsills. Hi, Newt. What's up today? What are we talking about? We still haven't figured that out yet. We've been doing this for 32 minutes. Melissa and I we're smoking some completely legal things. Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
What was happening?
I had to fix my shirt.
Well, show me again how you did that.
No.
I was sad the hostess went out of business. They got rid of Twinkies? No. Like the Wonder Bread He-Man. Yes, exactly what the Wonder Bread He-Man was from. It was a He-Man figure that if you sent away, enough things, you would get a Wonder Bread He-Man. And then people said for the longest time it was an urban legend, but then they found it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I have to look this up.
Do you remember when Phantom Menace came out and like if you bought enough bags of like potato chips and you sent away, you would get like a little crystal Obi-Wan Kenobi, but he looked like he was made of like toothpaste. You know that what was this toothpaste? It had its stars on the thing, and it was like a blue shiny one. It looked like that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Oh,
it was like Crest or something like Crest or whatever.
I think so. I remember
that's what he looked like.
It had a weird taste to it too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It had a very weird taste because my parents bought it.
Yes, exactly. I was there. All right. Well, you got to talk too. You know.
I don't know. What do you want to be talking about?
Whatever you want to talk about.
Ask questions, people.
They are asking questions. They ask Melissa incredibly personal questions.
Oh, please don't.
And Melissa will answer all of your incredibly invasive questions. What about the He-Man movie from the 80s? I really like the He-Man movie from the 80s, actually. What do you do for a living?
I work as a processing tech in medical cannabis.
There you go.
So if you don't know what that is, I basically make anything that's not flour.
Mm-hmm.
I actually work on a hydrocarbon machine.
There you go.
So I'm kind of a lab tech.
Melissa, do you like schlubby white stoners?
Do I like shovel? No.
Oh, okay. Sorry. A bunch of us are out then.
I don't know what that means.
No, everybody has to be in like cut shape for Melissa. You know, has to have, you could grade cheese on their abs.
I wish. You're making the dream now.
I'm just going to get in super good shape so you could reject me.
Okay.
I'll be like, oh, look, I'm all dehydrated.
All I'm thinking about is that little boy that they were touting as little Hercules. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, remember that guy? Newt, are you way smarter than... Wait. Newt, you are way smarter than Newt then.
So you are way smarter than Newt then.
Oh,
because I'm a lab tech? No, probably not. He has a lot more junk in his head than
mostly
than I
like
do. Yeah.
junk in the trunk.
I don't know. It depends. I don't know what are we competing in with smarts here.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I did pretty well at the trivia you were asking me at the bar.
You did.
And then, except you didn't like how I was doing math. I was like, well, 16 plus 16 is 32. I know, but it's 19. I said, then you add 3 to it. I was like, I'm trying to do...
Like, all right. You're doing the old new math.
Uh-huh. But, no, it was like somebody recently, I was like, okay, one of the kids at work, and he's like, well, I don't know how much that is. I was like, okay, well, 4 quarters is what? It's $1. Okay, so I said, and I'm trying to explain to them how we come to that with different increments, and I'm like, forget it. I'm done. You're all fucking idiots, and there is no hope for the future, you know? We had to, like, learn things when we were younger. Like, we had to learn how to do things. Change a tire, tie a tie, use chopsticks.
Use no GPS.
No, we were talking about that recently, that I was going to say to Metz, like, what if we just pulled out the, like the fucking MapQuest thing, or, like, an actual map to have to get to Akron? And I was like, you couldn't do it, you know?
Yeah.
When I was in Tucson in 2018, I was a guest at the convention, the Comic-Con there, and I had Crystal was sleeping there, you know, was sleeping together. And there was a rotary phone in our hotel room, and I was like, if you can figure out how to dial the office with that, I will give you $100 right now. She couldn't do it.
Yeah, my first phone was a rotary.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Somebody asked you a question.
If I saw something about Delta 8, no.
Have you tried Delta 8?
I have no reason to.
What is Delta 8?
It is so you have Delta 9, which is like THC, and you have Delta 8, which is like a legal form of like hemp extract.
Okay.
Or psychoactive, I guess you can call it.
That's me. I'm psychoactive.
Yeah, it's not quite THC, and THC is all weird. Like THCA, and that turns into THC.
And then they ask, what do you do for fun other than abiding in herb?
What do I do for fun?
Hang out with me.
Yeah, but we haven't seen each other in like.
I know. We talk.
2 years.
We talk like every day. We haven't actually hung out in almost 2 years.
Since I started my last job.
Yeah.
What do I do for fun? Well, I do yoga.
You used to do circus.
I do aerials.
Yeah.
So I do trapeze, static trapeze, lyra.
Every time I see
flying pole.
Flying pole.
Flying pole.
Sorry, I have a little delay. I do Delta Farce. Oh, yeah, the DJ Qualls and Larry the Cable Guy movie. We used to have that poster in the booth at the Narberth, or at the down the Shore Theater. I took all the really good posters down and put up just the worst movies that we had. Just because. You two watched the Chucky series. I haven't watched the new series yet. But
I heard it's good though.
I watched the first 2 seasons. I thought it was pretty fun. So okay, you do aerial, you do trapeze, you do yoga.
I paint.
Paint?
I'm going tomorrow to take a metalsmithing class in Lancaster.
Okay.
So I'm gonna.
When everybody else was getting
awesome.
fat during COVID, you got fucking jacked.
I like to work out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like to learn about the body. I'm a licensed masseuse by trade.
Okay.
I don't practice it that much.
So you have all kinds of
interesting
things that you're involved in.
I go hiking.
Yeah, and occasionally you slum it and come hang out with me.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
This year I'll have to get you on the paddleboard.
I'd like to do that.
I have a paddleboard.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's inflatable, so I can take it everywhere.
Oh. Because back when I moved to PA, we were hanging out like literally like twice a week for a while.
Yeah, because you were so close to my house.
Yeah.
I also wasn't working a 9 to 5, so, or
Because you were coming up most nights.
7 to 3.
You used to go to trivia with us all the time. With Justin and Tony and I most of the time, you know? It was funny because they liked you way more than the person they're working with now, and they did nothing but badmouth her and say how great you were, but then that all changed pretty quickly. Yeah, you used to be up there. We used to do trivia, or we'd go to pop in, or you would hang out just at my place and we watch movies and stuff like that, or play video games. So yeah, once you started the other job, we kind of haven't hung out, and then you came out to the thing last Friday. Was it the Friday before that? Last Friday. And then I was like, oh, I'm off on Saturday. Come and we'll shoot some videos. And you were like, what?
I was like, what's going on? I was like, well, do you have this? We need all these things.
Mm-hmm. And I was like, nope.
I was like, I got
none of those things.
I got it hooked up. Like, I literally came with my PlayStation to play video games.
Until my fucking cable went out. Yeah.
I was going to try to do my Twitch. I never did it before.
We could do that stuff still. That'd be fun.
I don't know how to do any of that stuff, honestly. So
we'll set it all up.
I will. I'm not a good gamer. I like to play games, but
I'm terrible. I was getting so frustrated that one time.
Oh,
we were playing video games.
That's why I think it would be hilarious if we had him streaming, just playing a video game.
I'm the real angry video game nerd. Yeah, because when I'm not good at something, I get mad, you know?
I'm not good at shooters.
Same.
Repeat that. I'm not good at shooters.
Shape during COVID, but I have a small paunch. Yeah, I have to. My doctor told me recently I need to lose weight, so I need to get rid of some belly fat. And then when I was hanging out with Amber the other night, she was like, "Yeah, before you were like really like puffy looking," and I was like, "Wow, I'm glad nobody told me." You know, I was like, "You guys are all dicks."
How do people tell you that though?
They're like, "Hey, you're getting puffy looking."
People know the difference.
Yeah, people know me enough to know that. Let's do Plan 9 with puppets. They're literally in the box in the other room. I just figured, yeah, they're at the way bottom of it. And then I have to climb behind her litter box. Last time I reorganized everything because we were going to shoot Amityville Halloween before that fucking dude in Ohio bailed on me with that money, and then I had to cancel everything. So a bunch of people who I was cool with, who were filmmaker friends, are now like, yeah, fuck you, dude. And I was like, all right, cool, bye. I can play 2 games like I used to. I can't. I like old school games. Like I like Nintendo and Sega and Super Nintendo and shit like that. But like now when it comes to like strategy games and stuff like that, I just lose interest so fast. I just like the.
You would like Jackbox.
What is that?
So it's like a trivia thing.
Okay, I could be down with that.
That's the fun thing.
All right.
I'll have to get that.
There was like a racing game we were playing the one time, and I sucked so badly at it, and I was just like, "Fuck this!"
You would like the Ninja Turtles because they have that. They brought the Ninja.
Oh, the new one. Yeah, it's like the Shredder's Revenge or whatever. Yeah, it's like a side-scrolling beat 'em up. It's funny too because that was the basis for the Screenwave Toxic Avenger game. I said, hey, if we start this a little bit earlier, we can beat Ninja Turtles to it, and they waited, and then that one came out. So when their version comes out, people are gonna be like, oh, it's a rip-off of Ninja Turtles, and I'll be like, looks like I was right. Looks like you knew what he was talking about. Well, I don't know. What are some other games you like?
So on my console right now, I have Call of Duty because I play zombies. Right now, I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima.
Mm-hmm.
I have the game Gris.
Okay.
I haven't played it yet, but I know it's really stimulating visually.
What's the game you're talking about in our porn video that was stimulating?
I don't remember.
Yeah. That your friend was sitting on the thing for the birds.
Oh, Flappy Birds
or something?
Yeah, that was fun.
Someone was asking about Tar with Cate Blanchett. Great movie. I know nothing about musical lingo, so I just smiled and nodded at it because it was a very good movie. GTA. Do you play GTA? We just talked about it.
Yeah, I played San Andreas. I'll play with my friends. I get stuck on certain missions and then I get mad.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially trying to certain car games. My hand-eye coordination is a little fucked up with my ADHD, so I don't quite get past certain things. But I'm really focused on other shit. So.
Mm-hmm. You can't wait for the Fallout TV series. What was the one? Was it Borderlands that is coming out too?
Really?
That Cate Blanchett is in? Yeah, that Eli Roth directed. And I know nothing about the game, but the trailer looked really fun.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool. I didn't know there was a Fallout. Fallout's the one with the Pip-Boy, right? like the Jolt Cola or something like that. It's like a post-apocalyptic, but it's like the 50s. Okay, because Fallon did a OnlyFans thing where she has the tracksuit, like the zip suit, but like obviously it's zipped down and all this kind of stuff. And she, and I was just like, oh, I understand. I understand. I can see why this is so popular.
I only played like Fallout like once or twice, but I played a couple different version games, so I don't know the series.
The Last of Us series was decent. Yeah, I liked it so far. I can't believe Eli Roth is directing it. Nuke Cola, that's what it was. Nuke Cola.
Yeah, I just played Resident Evil: The Village.
Is that the one with the mommy milker vampire?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I played the one that just came out.
And there was a new Final Fantasy game came out yesterday or something?
Oh, I heard that came out.
Okay.
I don't have that yet.
A dude who walks his dogs by the theater is a game, like he works in game marketing and management and stuff like that. And he was talking about it the other day, and I was just like, oh, because I guess he knows me from over at the other place, so he's like, oh, you know a lot about video games. I was like,
yeah.
NHL 94? We can talk about that.
I heard that just came out.
Eli Roth falls upward. He sucks and made good movie. I mean, I liked Thanksgiving. I thought he did a really good job with that one. His remake of Deadly Games, I didn't think was very great. Knock Knock. Newt, your friend looks like she's part of the Spice Girls.
Sweet.
Did you like to slam your body down and wind it all around?
I might have.
Okay.
I had Spice Girl shoes.
I love the Spice Girls. I think that movie is genuinely fun.
It's funny.
Yeah. When Meatloaf is the bus driver, and he's like, I'd do anything for love. I won't do that. It was that one and Josie and the Pussycats came out around the same time, and I think both those movies are actually really fun. Yeah.
Josie's weird when you first watch it, and then you watch it again, you're like, oh, I get it all.
Yeah, I haven't played the new RoboCop game. I hope it's good. I haven't either. I know that Peter Weller came back and did voice for it and stuff like that. But my buddy Andrew on Instagram was telling me that it's pretty good. So I'll listen to it. The first RoboCop is one of the greatest movies ever made.
That was one of my favorites.
The heck are Spice Girl shoes?
Spice Girl shoes? You never seen them? So they're like 6-inch platforms. I actually had a pair I brought back from England at the time. I called them Spice Girl shoes. I don't know if anyone else.
What was the thing we were looking at in the window when we were walking? Something about red bottoms.
Oh, the Louis Vuittons.
Louis Vuittons, yeah. So we just need to get you a bunch of simps online that like send you money and shit like that, you know?
Wouldn't happen.
No, we don't know that. Trust me, I've seen people online who have simps. You're way better than them. Case in point, he has no place in horror.
Why?
I don't know. Eli Roth.
From Hostel?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he have a place in horror?
I guess just because the people don't like him as a director.
You don't have to like him as a director, but have you seen some of the horror?
Yeah, I mean,
I brought back like Hostel.
I like the first Hostel. The second one has elements that I like, but I don't think it holds together as well.
No. But just if you look at, I like looking at.
Can the Terminator get an erection since he's blood and flesh? Can the Terminator get an erection? Well, why would the Terminator need to get an erection?
He doesn't have a penis.
No, he does.
Why would he?
Because he has to look like a human.
But what if
Don't you think?
What if the program stopped right there?
But it's like, or like it glitched. But no, because when he walks into the bar, if a big muscular naked dude came in and he didn't have, all the pieces, I think that would have been a dead giveaway for people.
But what if he didn't have? What would happen if the guy that he met in the bar didn't have a penis?
I think people would be like, hey, there's a big Austrian naked dude without a dong in here. And then they would be like, oh, be on the lookout. He's a Terminator. And then people would be like, all right, he's a Terminator. We'll kill him. Like that.
I mean, there could be a possibility that he could have...
Or what if he has to kill someone and take theirs? When he takes their boots and their shoes and their pants and all, he also takes their penis. It's the Sperminator. Give me your penis. Not you, Elvira. I don't want your penis. Yeah, I guess that he would have to have one, but he's so committed to his mission that he wouldn't need a penis. Like, he wouldn't be able to get an erection, What if that's part of his programming? like that at some point he might need to get one to blend in. So like they have to like program it to like what, you know.
He doesn't have muscle. That's what I don't understand.
Well, he has blood.
But it's not blood. Isn't it like muscle? Or are you saying your penis is made of all blood?
Mine is.
Okay.
It's literally just blood. It looks, if you hit it, it looks like a mosquito. What did I say earlier? The dude, the guy, thank you, I'll see myself. Probably, yeah. Why a Terminator would need an erection to terminate. There's so many people with good ideas and scripts, they can't break into Hollywood yet. Eli Roth. Well, because Eli Roth is friends with Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah. Everyone has a way in. Look at Jonah Hill.
Yeah, right? He's a dick.
Look at, even,
Abraham Lincoln.
No. He was...
Princess Diana.
No. Harrison Ford.
Well, yeah, he was friends with George Lucas.
He was his contractor.
Well, and he used to sell the fucking dude from, who was it? One of the big bands from the 70s. They went to go see, it was the Mamas and the Papas. They went to go see Star Wars, and he's like, that's the fucking dude who sells me weed.
Yeah.
I need your boots, your clothes, and your penis. Give me your penis. And the guy's like...
It's writing itself now.
Takes it out. He's like, I think this fucking naked Austrian dude's gonna blow me away. Yeah, I don't know. But no, I think Eli Roth is fine. I like Cabin Fever a lot. Is there better to be a simp, a gimp, or a pimp? I prefer to be a pimp. Simp is like dudes who like thirst after girls online who have no interest in them.
What were the options?
A simp, a gimp, or a pimp.
Probably a pimp.
Yeah. But you've never seen any of the Pam Grier 70s movies.
Not yet.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to go see those.
Da-da-da.
Foxy Brown and Coffee are playing as a double feature this month, so we're going to go check those out because you've never experienced prime 1970s Pam Grier.
On the big screen.
Holy shit. I just remember seeing she was in the Big Bird Cage, and I was like 5 maybe, and it was on TV, and there's a shower scene, and I was like, I don't know what this is, but I want it. I don't, because she's black, part Native American, and like women aren't built like that.
She's beautiful.
It's insane.
I remember clips of like old 70s, but I don't.
And she was on that show with Jennifer Beals.
Yes.
She was in the L Word. Yeah, yep.
She played her sister.
Yeah. I want to be a simp like on The Simpsons. Speaking of Pam Grier, what happened to the Valley of the Dolls sequel that changed at the last minute? Yeah, I actually watched a documentary about that recently that led into the Russ Meyer Beyond the Valley of the Dolls. I think it's such a fun movie.
I need to know this documentary. I like the books.
I'll send it to you. Yeah, I like the books too. Yep. Pimp 100%. But like I'd be like a nice pimp. Like, I don't want to go around like slapping women and stuff like that.
I want to be a pimp lean snoop.
I'll be like, where's my money? And they're like, I got your money, daddy. And then I give them like a frowny face on the report card that day. Like I won't be a mean pimp, I want to be a drug dealer, but like a nice drug dealer. Like, hey, can I interest you guys in some drugs today? No? All right. Well, you guys have a blessed day. I'd be happy to have Kramer as a pimp. Oh yeah, on Seinfeld when he had the jacket from Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, and they thought that he was a pimp. I knew a pimp. I knew a pimp named Roscoe in Washington D.C. and one of his top girls' name was Juicy.
Nice.
Yeah. What are you doing, Elvira?
She's raiding my shit.
I'm gonna go through your bag, motherfucker.
She is. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like that. But yeah, nobody wants to be a simp. Is Pam Grier? Yeah, she's in Mars Attack. She's the mom. She's the bus driver in that movie. Because he did a great job of having. It was Jim Brown's wife in it. He's the boxer in Vegas. Did you see this year? It's Spirit Halloween. They had the full size Martians.
Yes, I did see those.
I wanted one so bad, but I could not afford that. They were like $300.
The year?
I didn't go back this year because there was none around here. Like where I used to live when you and I went last time was like literally right around the corner from my apartment. I'm in the middle of the city, so there's really nothing around here. So you really have to go a distance to go to like there's no Walmarts around here.
No, you'd have to go to.
So I got to pay exorbitant rates to go buy her food. Oh, she's like, oh, I'm just gonna lay in this bed here.
She likes her bed.
No, she never uses it. She does it just for, when people are around. So it's like I abuse her and make her lay in that little bed. She knows what she's doing. Little asshole. Yeah, no, Pam Grier is one of my all-time movie crushes. They do not make women like that anymore. And that's what I also was like, oh, I also really like black girls. Black girls like me, too.
There you go.
I've dated my share of Nubian princesses. A little behind on the conversation, but I work with a middle-aged adult who cannot understand how they get graduated. Oh, no, I get that, John. I see people who are even closer to my age, and I'm like, how do you not, like, do you have to remind your brain to breathe? Max was saying the other day about how they had to do, like, forward rolls for training,
Yeah.
and they were like, well, like, I think to do it, and then there's, like, black, and then when I come to, I'm there, and I'm like, I don't think that's how the brain works. Like,
Some people's brains just do that.
I guess. It's like it dropped frames. Speaking of Pam Grier, I've recently rewatched Jackie Brown. I hated it when I was younger. Oh, I love it. I think I think it's his most mature movie about dealing with, like, adults.
I like the book more, though.
Rum Punch, the L. Ron Leonard book.
Is that what Jackie Brown's off
Yep.
of?
Mm-hmm. It was based on Rum Punch. Because Jackie Brown is a character in it, but she's not a black woman in it and all this kind of stuff. He changed a lot of it to make it more like a modern blaxploitation movie. I even love in that movie when she's in jail, the song that's playing is 99 Years, which Pam Grier actually sang in the 70s. I was like, oh, that's really cool, I think that, and a lot of people were turned off by it because it wasn't Pulp Fiction-y enough for them.
No, it was good.
But I am a big fan of that one. He fucking shoots what's his face in the trunk. What is his?
The blonde girl.
No, the dude from, like, The Fifth Element and the Rush Hour movies. Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. He shoots Chris Tucker in the face in the thing. Yeah, that's what happened to me. Gary Oldman is in not Chris Rock, you racist. Gary Oldman is in True Romance, which Tarantino wrote.
Yes.
Yeah. Will there ever be a Blackula remake? I hope so. The Blackula is getting a comic book reboot. I have the poster right there for Blackula. I actually prefer the sequel, Scream Blackula Scream, with Pam Grier, because it takes place in Louisiana and it deals with black magic. And her afro is looking great, big fan. But yeah, William Marshall was also the king of cartoons on Pee-wee's Playhouse, played Blackula.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. He's also in Abby, the black version of The Exorcist, where she gets possessed, but all she wants to do is, like, she's like a church-going girl, and she gets possessed, and she starts going out to bars and, like, just banging random 70s black dudes. And then on the poster is, like, the names of the characters, and then there's the friend, but that dude on the poster is not even in the movie.
Oh my
God. So I think you and I were having this conversation this morning about blaxploitation movies, I think, because you were telling me that it was playing, and I think I was lecturing you about my love for blaxploitation movies. Because I'm a big nerd. I love the music and the fashion and all that shit, and then I keep being told by people who are like, well, you can't like that because you're white. And I was like, I don't agree with that at all.
It was on television.
Yeah. Random 70s black dude should be your nickname. That'd be cool. It's like, hey, you ever watch that dude on YouTube? Which one? The random 70s black guy. And then they tune in and they're waiting for him to show up, but it's just me. And I think this is false advertising. For your info, I confused Chris Tucker with Sean Connery. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Never change a black man's radio. That would make Rush Hour a completely different movie. And then Chris Tucker going, welcome to the Rock! Did you watch the Nick Cage movie with us?
Massive Talent?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's right. Because I was trying to remember. I'm trying to, like, go back and remember.
Because it was like a weird movie, and then you're like, oh my god, he's playing himself, but like not playing himself. I was like, this is genius.
Mm-hmm. And the Highlander. It was. Well, in the Highlander, he's.
Series?
No, the movie.
Okay.
He's an Egyptian, Spanish, Irishman in that one. So that's all over the fucking place. That was one of the trivia questions at Pop-In was like, what was his nationality in that? And everybody always forgets that he's Egyptian in that one as well. So I got the points for it because did Anthony Hopkins have a movie with a black actor that was similar to The Rock? Yeah, what was that movie?
Which one?
Anthony Hopkins was in a movie that was sort of like The Rock, where he was like teamed up with like a black guy. Was that a Wesley Snipes movie? I don't remember. I remember what you're talking about though, but I can't think of it. You know what's what I like that Sean Connery's in? Entrapment. Only because that one shot where Catherine Zeta-Jones lowers her butt down, and I was like,
that was part of the trailer. That got
yeah.
to go see
Oh
the
yeah,
movie.
I went to go see it just because that one shot, and I was like, Catherine Zeta-Jones' butt, command me, Lord. It's like it's like Vigo in Ghostbusters 2.
It was the Catwoman scene.
Yeah, because they had put out all those like ropes.
Yeah, she had to do
the mm-hmm. Or it was like what was it? Passenger 57. The thing in that one is always bet on black. Mm. Or what were we talking about? Oh, there was another movie that we only remembered the part from the trailer, and it was Walter Matthau was Einstein, and then in the end of the trailer he goes, "It's when love makes you go wahoo," and that's all I remember about that movie.
IQ?
Yes. Was it Tim Robbins and Melanie Griffith? Okay. No, Meg Ryan.
It was one of the M's.
Yes. But I just remember that one part at the end of the trailer where he's like, wahoo! Let's see. Ramirez was his real name, and yes, he was Egyptian. Bad Company? The band?
No, I think it's a movie. Or maybe the band.
I'm not a big fan of movies. Never really been a big fan. Careful, Newt. According to the studies, Catherine Zeta-Jones... Catherine Z's butt is... Oh! Didn't her husband say he got like throat cancer from like eating her pussy?
Yes.
That's weird. Why would you say that?
Because that's what they actually believe is the cancer cells that get into your throat.
If I got cancer from eating Catherine Zeta-Jones's pussy, I would be saying it, but I would be saying it in a completely different context.
It wasn't that way. It was like he got HPV in the throat.
But every dude has HPV.
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know something.
Ladies, I'm coursing with HPV. Hypnotic penis vagina. If you look at the end of it, it's just one of those swirly things that hypnotize you. I confuse Anthony Hopkins with Donald Sutherland for Art of War. Okay, I remember Art of War. I remember seeing that one. But yeah, he said it in like a very like derogatory way, and I was like, A, that's your wife. And B, like, it's fucking Catherine Zeta-Jones, dude. Like, one of the most beautiful women ever. But I guess it's like, there's that whole thing where it's like, think of the most beautiful woman you've ever seen in your entire life. Someone out there has gotten tired of their shit. Because I've dated some women who are like, not even like above my league. Like, it's a completely different league. You know, like, I'm playing fucking checkers and they're playing 40 chess. And, like, I've gotten tired of some of them, you know? I dated this one girl who looked like Kelly Cuoco from Big Bang Theory. And when I broke up with her, she's like, guys who look like you don't break up with girls who look like me. And I went, but here we are. She's cool now, though. I was making fun of, I think I said this the other night, so Christy, my ex who passed, her daughter and I were talking the other day, and she wanted me to get her into Bitcoin. And I was like, no, you shouldn't be getting into Bitcoin. She's like, and she was like, calling me names, stuff like that. So I messaged her dad, and I was like, I think your daughter's talking to like some old man online. You might want to check her messages. And he did. He's like, oh, it was you. I was like, because I think she's 15, and it was just really funny, you know. I was like, yeah, you might want to be careful of that. Little jerks. I hate kids. I fucking hate them all. He's an Ant-Man, dude. You can't ask it much. That's true. Opinion of Doug Walker. Have you met him? I've met him many times. I have Doug Walker's Ouija board in my bathroom. I don't know. He was very friendly with me when I was connected to people. Because I remember before, sup, what's going on? Before I left Screenwave, James, Doug, James' wife, Brad, the Cinema Snob, and I all went out to this vegan restaurant in Philly. And when I was still, it's actually a really cool, it's a monster restaurant. It's all based on Universal Monsters in thing. It's like all the drinks are named after it and stuff.
Interesting.
It's actually pretty good. I'm not a vegan guy, but when I was still involved with them, he was much nicer. Once I wasn't, he blocked me and all that kind of stuff. Nuke coin should be your next money making scheme. I need more money making schemes. I don't think I have enough. I'm not a fan of Doug's work. Never have been. But he's one of those original guys, one of those dudes who made YouTube movie reviewing a thing, and I always felt like him and James should one day have to be held accountable for their crimes of making cringy, like everything has to be negative all the time. Why is Bitcoin bad to get into? I don't understand. Aren't people like not into it anymore? Like, I don't know anything about Bitcoin. Yeah.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
Crypto is crypto.
So,
it's very expensive. One Bitcoin, I think, is like still $30,000.
Oh wow, really? I used to think it was the funniest shit ever when I was 17. Yeah, I mean the early stuff I get, like people being really into his stuff and all. It just was never for me. And their movies are terrible. To Boldly Flee and all that shit. I just think it's bad. Of all the YouTubers who made like movies based on their stuff, I think that the Game Chasers is probably my favorite of all of them. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So at Screenwave, they got really into mining Bitcoin, and they bought all these rigs from China, and I had to go and make a delivery for the owner. And when I came back, the downstairs, remember like downstairs outside of my office where like all the t-shirts were and all that kind of stuff, there was smoke coming out of it. All the rigs were bad from China, and the fucking building almost burned down, and I had to like do all this shit by myself, and then they got mad that I threw the things away, and I was like, the building was on fire. There was fucking 2 dentist offices atop of us. Side note, been making my way through George Romero's filmography and seeing films never seen before, like Martin and Season of the Witch. Martin I like a lot. Even Knight Riders I think is a fun movie. But yeah, his stuff, his non-zombie stuff kind of gets washed away. Except, Creep Show and stuff. But he is a very competent director, but I think Martin is a fantastic twist on the vampire genre. I used to love his reviews. It was funny. That sucks that you hear it just kind of... Yeah, they all did though. Like Brad sent me a Facebook request a couple months ago, but I don't really talk to him or anything like that. I give respect to Doug Walker just for the fact he's one of the OGs in YouTube. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, their movies were abysmal. I don't know. I just feel like the fact that like only talking about things you don't like and everything being negative and angry, I think created a really negative precedence. Whereas you have people who do it in a funny way, like a Red Letter Media, who I'm not a fan of anymore. But like now that's like the only way to get clicks is to just be angry and negative about stuff. And that's why I was like, well, I like movies. Like I genuinely want to like things, I don't know. Who are just some YouTubers that you liked? Me, obviously.
Like, do I follow any YouTubers?
Yeah.
Do I know any YouTubers?
Yeah, well, you know me.
Well, yeah, I think
technically you're a YouTuber.
I guess.
Because you're on here.
Yeah. I don't know. I watched Sarah Underwood's Cabin Land.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I really like that. I really like building shows.
Mm-hmm. Another side note: you got accepted. Oh, that's awesome! Congratulations, you got accepted to be a YouTube partner. That it's difficult to fucking foster a community. Like even the fact that there's like 22 people watching right now is mind blowing to me. That there's people in other countries who are like, I know, I'll take my time out of my day to go watch these 2 fucking zeros talk on their sofa. You know what I mean? Like, so for that I do I appreciate that that some people followed over from the other channels that I've done and stuff like that. But again, I've been doing YouTube since 2007.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild. Because the very first thing I ever did was for the review, something.tv or whatever, back when the .tv thing was big. And I did a review of the Jeering Limited. And it was back in 2007. And I was like, holy shit, I've been doing this for a long time. But then if you're nice, before Chris Struckman, it's difficult, man. Yeah, well, Chris Struckman, it's like he wants Hollywood to accept him to be like a real filmmaker. And I don't think you can have it both ways. You can't be a film reviewer and be expected to give an honest opinion about a media, but then go and be like, well, I'm not going to talk about this because it might affect me getting jobs in the future. And like I talked about in another video or in a live stream or something like that, you're not really, nobody in Hollywood, if you're not one of the big shots, is actually a director. You're a shooter. You're there to keep the schedule, and because they make a release date before they have a fucking script, and that's your job. And if you really want to sell off your morals to be accepted in the cool kids club, just so you can go and make fucking like something like Madam Web and be cast out and make, and become a pariah, I would rather just do little things that I care about and myself, and maybe not make any money off of it, but at least you'll get to do your own thing,
So what was wrong with this movie?
Which one?
Madam Web.
I
keep hearing about it.
It was. Like, if you
like people were selling their tickets back.
Oh, there was a thing that was like somebody. Okay, they said like somebody. I had 2 tickets to Madam Web in the front seat of my car. Somebody broke into my car and left 2 more tickets. It's okay to love movies, but it's validating. It's hard to watch shit movies. Yeah, no, and I like making fun of. I like making fun of crap, but not everything needs to be that way. Like, you can point out the shit you don't like about something, as long as you find a way to find some positivity in it or some kind of love for film. Otherwise, you're just like, you're hating just to hate, and I don't like that, What is the cinematic equivalent of unsalted white rice? What are you eating
there? Is this playing the guessing game?
Yeah.
I'm eating something that's called
mung bean chips.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try one?
It's a cardboard.
Oh, I love cardboard.
Usually use them as a dip.
Oh yeah, that's pretty like cardboard.
I like them though.
What are your favorite romantic comedies?
American Pie.
Is that a romantic? That's more like a teen sex comedy.
I don't watch it though.
What are some good like Splash? You ever see Fools Rush In with Selma Hayek?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. I like that one.
City? Can I put that in there?
Which one?
The one with Sandra Bullock and Tatum. We saw it.
Oh yeah. The like adventure one that we saw. That was fun. Yeah, with Brad Pitt. I don't know. I love Dirty Dancing. Like it's not a romantic comedy, but I genuinely love that movie. There's something about Mary. Yeah, it's more of like a sex comedy, but yeah, I get that. Oh, we were saying about Madam Web. It's like if you had an AI write like a bad movie for you, and it was just like, I've never seen a movie with such contempt for its audience.
Isn't it a comic though?
It is kinda, but they didn't use any of the source material. They advertised it with all the girls in the costumes because Sydney Sweeney is in it, and she's like the blonde chick with the beautiful titties. She's in the costume for like 15 seconds in the movie, but they advertised her as in the costume, It was just really poorly written, really poorly directed.
And they had something to go off of, and they just shit the bed.
Yeah, basically. Let's see. Just some... Hold on, wait till that pops back up again. Because again, I will go off on things I don't like. I'll go off on shitty things or things that don't make sense. But what I don't ever want to do is I don't want to be the guy who's just watching a movie to point out the flaws. Like, if those things come up in the course of it, that's fine. But if you're just sitting there looking for the holes or looking for how much more clever you are, I don't like that, because then you're not actually watching the movie.
Unless you're watching Morbius.
Unless you're watching Morbius. Oh, we couldn't wait in that video to talk about anything other than that movie. Oh my god, it was like being in a holding cell. But somehow Morbius is more entertaining than Madam Web. Because Morbius is I said in my review, I was it's ponderously bad. Andy the cinephile does. Okay, alright. Favorite Alan Smithy movie? What's a good Alan Smith? Whenever a director has their name removed from a movie, they put they used to put Alan Smithy. I would say Hellraiser Bloodline would be a good Alan Smithy movie. They tried to make American History X an Alan Smithy movie because the director hated working with Edward Norton. Gamer Guys reviews for... Lana and Dave did a review for Dune 84, which I liked their review a lot. Hi, we met years ago. I was living at DeadCon in Monroeville. Oh yeah, hey man. Hold on, let me pull that back up. Looked like a few times described herself as a teenage girl. Wait, I remember what I looked like at the time to describe myself other than what was... Oh, okay. No, I remember meeting a bunch of people at that weekend. That was actually a lot of fun. We went out to the Monroeville Mall where they fought Dawn of the Dead. Yeah, and we did a review out there. Or we did a con out there, and that was actually a lot of fun. But yeah, a lot of people came out and said hello. That was still kind of fresh on the whole Screenwave thing too, so I was kind of worried about what was going on. One dude was from the Cinemassacre Truth, and he's like, he came up and said something, and I was like, well, talk to me, take a picture with me or something. I said, let's talk about what you don't like, but he wouldn't do it. He hid behind the thing and then ran away. I was like, whatever. That was fun though, and the guy who was sitting next to us was an author, and he was getting mad that people were coming up to buy the comic book because nobody was buying his book. And I was like, that's not my fault, you know, like I didn't plan this. And then you were at the con we did right before that, which was in Atlantic City, when we had the big, we had all the fucking gear out there for that one, like all the stuff for it. What's Brad Jones like? Much the same. Never. Brad is much more sharp. He's way more into a little bit of everything. Much more literate when it comes to. I never seen your videos before talking to you, but I was telling you. Let's see if I can remember this person. I was telling you everybody about your trailers and comics, and oh, thank you. Yeah, we had a whole reel playing of our Midnight Show trailers and stuff like that, and the comic as well. The first 6 issues, 5.5 issues are done. The 6th one's coming up, and we'll release the first 6 issues full color this summer, June or July. The guy who's helping me produce it, who's paying for a lot of it now because I'm broke, and we've done so much work that we have to finish it. He wants to do it in Florida. I was like, let's go to Christmas, Florida, and do the release there because that's where the book is based. But we'll see what happens because a lot of people are like, that book's never gonna come out. And I was like, yeah, it's been 2 years, but when you're putting it together, when you have money, that's when you're doing it. Like you've seen all the artwork and shit like that, so it's happening, you know. I don't have the kind of money that I would have had if I was at the other company to put this shit out, you know. Love that. That's really exciting. Thank you. I've already written the sequel, and the sequel is even more fucked up and weird and funny, and it didn't come to me as quickly as the other one did, but take care. Hey, have a good night, man. Newt always around cute girls. How you feeling, man? Are you a cute girl?
What?
You're a cute girl, apparently.
Oh, right.
As you eat your cardboard chips. How am I feeling? I canceled 2 doctor's appointments this week to go on 2 job interviews, and then I didn't get either job. So I in hindsight, Fallon yelled at me pretty much all day on Thursday because of that. Metz also is not pleased with it, but you know, it is what it is. We'll figure it out. I'm not gonna go getting myself all freaked out. They started doing work on checking my bladder and my kidneys and all that kind of stuff. You know, I got my blood results back. I don't have any STDs, you know, because they were like, you know, that could be caused by chlamydia or gonorrhea, and I was like, I'm fairly certain I don't have either one of those, but you know.
You're like, oh, pray.
Is it yeah, exactly. I was like, that'd be something. Is it self-published? Yes, it's going to be self-published. We'll go our own route on this one, and but then I have the Velvet Rope, or no, the Cody Waves one came out. That wasn't self-published. That was through Haunted Pizza LLC, and then I wrote that wrestling comic for those guys, and that one's going to be published as well. So apparently they started the artwork because they were showing people the Barn 2 screen, and they were at this thing, and were those movie theater jobs? No, I'm looking to get out of movie theaters completely. I think I've just hit a glass ceiling. I don't really care anymore, you know.
It's time to go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, shit on your boob there, buddy. Took care of it for you. So nice guy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have the same passion for it anymore. And I want to get back into shooting short films and working towards features and stuff. So I was like, all right, if I get out of this industry and put some more money aside and start doing less movie reviews and start doing more like creative stuff. Joe Wallen, my brother, I haven't talked to my brother in a while actually. He was supposed to move in with me for a while when he was getting a divorce, but it never happened. So because I brought my brother up one time, certain people in the chat are now obsessed with my brother coming around. My half sister came to the theater one day, and people met her. I don't know. My family's not around very much. I got fired from the strip store a week ago, and honestly, oh, okay. Sorry to hear that, but I'm glad that you're relieved to have gotten something new. Yeah, both job interviews I went on were not like something that was very much in my wheelhouse, but I was just trying something a little bit different, just to try something, because I kind of want to get out of living here too. I know I've only been here for about a year now, but I kind of want to move back out into the suburbs a little bit. Melissa's not a huge fan of this town. How do you write a comic? Like script other than artist draw it? No, so I could see your. I don't know what that was in reference to. How do you write a comic? It's different from a screenplay. You're writing what's going to be on the page for the artist to draw and how it has to be lettered. I could see you in a badass cubicle job. I think I'd go crazy if I was in a cubicle. I've never had a cubicle job before. I've had like desky jobs before. Screenwave was a desky job. I had my own office there though. But I've mostly always just had my own office from like the movie theaters and stuff like that. But how a comic book script is, you're literally writing what the artist is going to draw and setting up the panel has to be set up like a frame of film, only you need the words to go places, and it's very different. I had to basically like learn how to do it because I was not very good at it at first. I would write like a screenplay format and people would be like, that's not how a comic book works. I was like, I know, but I don't know how to do that, you know? So, but now I've gotten pretty good at it. I've Mario Toso sent me his comic book and I did some rewriting for him. I went to a journalism job fair days ago and got some good edit. Okay, that's cool. That'd be cool to get into journalism. You know, did you have a butt chip?
I did.
You're an embarrassment.
It was only one. It was only one.
You're a real embarrassment. You know who wouldn't do that? Mets. What would you consider an influence in terms? What's your influence in terms of comics? Oh, Alan Moore's Swamp Thing. Is I was showing you when we were at the comic. Well, there's a comic book store around the corner from my house, and we were in there and we look at all the 90s stuff like Gen 13 and Witchblade and you know, Aspen and stuff like that. But there's a couple things in the Saga of the Swamp Thing book that I wanted copied into the comic book. So that's definitely one of my biggest influences is Alan Moore's work on that book, because it finds a way to be Southern Gothic and a monster book, but also metaphysical, and I'd never read anything like that before. And then to see all these heady ideas in a book that also has Adam Strange in it and Deadman and Batman and stuff like that, it's kind of neat to see those ideas come together. So yeah. Anything to add? You're just gonna sit silently and judge me?
Yes.
Why did I come here?
No.
What do you have there?
My pen.
What's in that pen?
My pen.
Like for writing?
Yes. It's like a vape pen.
Oh, okay. What is a vape though? I don't think anything came out.
There you go.
All right, got that to work.
It's like a drool.
The singer?
No.
Who will save your soul?
I was testing this out.
Yeah, how'd that go?
I don't like them. They're like too big.
We were filming in Delaware for the first time, and Fallon needed one. And I had to go to like a Jewel store, and none of the flavors of the 100,000 flavors they had were the ones that she liked. And I was like, what the fuck you want me to do? It was like the Notebook. What do you want? What do you want?
Never seen it.
Really?
Mm-mm. Refuse.
Ryan Gosling and you don't like Ryan Gosling?
No, I like Ryan Gosling. I don't like those type of movies.
Oh, okay. Everybody likes a good romantic film, you know.
9.5 weeks. Does that count?
Yeah, yeah. Well, that was one of the trivia questions. Is it 9.5 weeks plus Jason's favorite number? Yeah. And I was like, 9 plus 13 and a half? Yeah.
Very good. 25. Yay.
It's no Last Tango in Paris or anything like that. It's fully finished by that week. Okay, I'm excited for what happens with your comic. If you want to look like a douchebag, you should dye your hair blonde, use disposable vapes. No, I'm good with that. Young Hercules was great. Yeah, remember Young Hercules? We were talking about that a while ago. Hercules. His comic, I don't want to give anything away, but you let me rewrite some dialogue and stuff like that, and I got to see like a fleshed out page of like one of the lines that I wrote where the monster is talking to the kid, and it was just cool to see. It's always neat, no matter what the project is, to see words that you put on a page realize is something else. Like when we used to have like acting stuff, I would write something down, and then like you dressed as in a bikini with a dinosaur head, you know, or you in a shark costume bouncing out of the thing, you know. It's back when that's right, because you were part of the movie that Tony and I were making. The movie that will never see the light of day.
So sad.
I know, right? I was doing a good job in it. Because we were supposed to have a fight in the movie theater.
I was there for that.
Yeah. Gosling was also a Canadian teen. Yeah, he was in, but he used to be like on Goosebumps and shit like that back in the day. Yeah, it was in the fight scene that we have where the ghost gives us both a weapon, and he has a hammer, and I have a machete, and he's like, "What are you gonna do with that machete?" I was like, "Clear brush." Yeah, that movie was done, and then they deleted the entire thing. What a shame. Lost Media. Let's get that on there for the Lost Media page. Newton Tony's Amityville theater movie. What could have been. Yeah, because you were in that. You were in Midnight Show.
What was I in Midnight Show?
You're behind the concession stand.
Oh, is that... There was two different... They were two different... Okay.
Yeah. You're in Swamp Zombies 2.
Yes.
What else did you film with us? Oh, you filmed the fucking commercial that's in the Super Bowl commercial. Yeah, yep. The car one.
Yes.
With that other girl who was like drunk or something like that. Andrea?
I don't remember.
I was like, oh, Xanny o'clock already. Yeah. Because I got you the beach ball sunglasses.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a picture of us in the parking lot.
That's COVID times too.
Yeah, it was COVID time. Yep. And we're just walking across the parking lot of the dentist's office into the abandoned grocery store. You're wearing high heels, a bikini, and wearing those glasses.
And then I think after that I was in the Servant third season.
Oh yeah. Yep, you were. And then you did costumes on that other movie.
In part 2.
Yeah, yep.
One Tom Sizemore's last movie.
Yeah, yep. Yeah. Because Brian worked on that one with you.
So that's how I met Brian.
You're like, I think that guy knows you.
And it was even crazier because I used to work at Painting with a Twist, and I'm in full mask, and I hear Melissa. I'm like, say my name. He's like, yo, it's me, Jeremy. We worked together for like 2 weeks before COVID hit. Like he was just like starting at my job, and he was working doing the art.
Yeah.
Direct deco.
Did that ever come out?
Yeah.
Oh, it did?
As far as I know.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to see it.
October 10th. If you look at the Facebook page, I'm the dead nurse on the floor. You'll see me in a couple.
I've seen that picture. Yeah, I've seen that one. Okay, that's fun. Yeah, because remember you guys filmed not too far from my old apartment too.
Yeah, we did at Gramercy Park.
Yeah.
And then we also did at Penhurst Asylum.
Yeah, because the other people who were on the camera crew and stuff like that used to come up to the movies with Brian while you guys were making it, and they were saying about how fucking haunted and terrifying Penhurst is.
It was fun. It was fun. I was working at Penhurst.
Penhurst is, for anybody who doesn't know, was a like mental asylum that like the government had to come in and shut down because it was so illegal what was going on there, and it's apparently one of the most haunted places in America.
Yeah. My one friend who's a medium, she actually does stuff over there. So
I'm more of a large.
Megan does stuff over there.
You said medium, and I said large.
I know. I
Just glossed right over.
I did.
I'm
sorry.
You didn't tell me how brilliant I am. It's just
brilliant.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine.
Elvira, tell how brilliant you are.
She knows.
She knows.
No, because my other cat liked me way more the other day. Went and saw my ex's cat that the two of us had together, and the cat was all like, "Oh, my friend is back. Who used to give me treats and sleep all day with me." And then I come home and she's like, "Oh, were you seeing another cat?"
Poor Elvira.
She's fine. We saw an Elvira Ouija board tonight.
We did.
Yeah, which I'll have to go back and get when I have money. I left my credit card at work yesterday. I was like, "Fuck." That's all right.
Probably mine's at my house.
Yeah, and your driver's license. Jesus Christ. I don't know. What are we gonna be doing? Like, what are you gonna come do more shit with us?
Yes. I already on the quest to get out of this job.
I know. I am too, because I want to start making stuff again. I was kind of telling you some of the ideas, and you should be one of the '80s porn chicks in the tape for the video we're gonna do. So I wrote a whole bunch of short films recently because I want to start doing shorts instead of just movie reviews. Start giving other people the channel to let them do movie reviews, because I think when I'm by myself I get so fucking bored and I never remember if I've talked about something already and stuff. Like, it's getting to the point now where I don't remember what movies I've talked about. They make a Soul Man remake. The black guy pretending to be a white guy. Well, they kind of did that. Wasn't that White Chicks?
Hot chick or
it was White Chicks, right? Yeah. Yeah, I imagine trying to do a Soul Man review nowadays. Somebody I know, somebody I used to work with just did a Soul Man review, but they had a black guy in it, so it was okay.
I mean, there's so many books out there. Why don't they just actually look for good stories?
Yeah, that's a lot of work. Did you see Dune 2? Yes, I put up my review this morning. I liked it a lot, but I haven't read those books in so fucking long that I didn't want to talk about them from the source material angle. I just talked about it from how it made me feel as a movie. Yeah, like just the presentation of it. Because I know I'll get something wrong and I'll get fucking hammered for it. So, can I submit a movie review for it? Yeah, of course you can. Just send it to just message me through any kind of social media or through the email, through the channel or something like that. I'm always accepting people's stuff. Working funds through stuff. Yeah, I've made myself flat broke over the last 2 years, trying to do projects by myself. I didn't want to go the Kickstarter route or Indiegogo or anything like that. When I have done when I've written stuff for other people and they do a Kickstarter or something, I share it. I keep getting called an e-beggar, even though it's not my fucking project. So I've just been kind of I make my money to live my life. And whenever I have some money put aside, I try to put it into getting projects done. But I've also made myself really broke over the last 2 years trying to finish projects and trying to, in some way, shape, or form, outrun the things that people say about me online. Because I feel like in my head, if I put out enough stuff, it will make that go away. But I know that's not how things work. So I basically just fucked myself over the last 2 years. But I have some favors I've saved up over the last 2 years, and I'm trying to get some stuff done. So I wrote like 4 or 5 shorts over the last 2 weeks, and they're things I could do easily by myself, or if I have Fallon's help or your help or something like that, and then start putting them up in place of movie reviews, and then let other people do reviews and go from there.
Ta-da! Stuff.
You're dead weight, Melissa. You're absolute dead weight. Nets will be up here talking about wrestling and you know.
I don't do anything anymore.
I know. Well, that's part of the problem.
I did wrestling before.
I know you did.
I done a lot of different shit, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're high.
No.
On life. Can I see that again?
No.
No, I don't get you. Okay. Wow. Jeez.
Don't listen to me. I don't know.
Oh, I was doing the wrong one. That's on camera.
Which end is it? Which end?
I never know
Never.
which end is up. Yeah, well, we have to do more shit because I liked when you came and worked with us and all that kind of stuff. I think you're natural on camera, you know.
I'm quirky.
You are very
What was
quirky.
the movie that we did where I was swatting at the invisible bird?
That was part of the Super Bowl thing,
What is it?
and it never aired.
Oh.
Yeah, because it was Big Al's Pizza, but we spelled the thing wrong, and it was a Big Owl's Pizza, and then we CGI'd a big CGI owl in it, and you're waving at it while they're waiting for the pizza. It was you and the blonde-haired girl with the crimpy hair. Because you guys also did the fireworks place thing. I don't think that ever aired either. When Justin Silverman was the dude, and then
I have the pictures. Remember the pictures are on Instagram.
Yep, I have those. And then because then I recycled that character for the Cinemassacre Black Friday sale where he played that character again. But that was funny, and you got two like smoking hot pieces of ass in little bikinis in the thing, and he doesn't edit it and put it together because it's too much work. I'm like, are you fucking crazy? Like, do you not know how fucking lonely dudes on the internet work, you know? If I saw that on a channel, I would go, I don't know what this is, but I need more of it in my life. But instead you're like, oh, this is a lot of work. Assholes. I guess for the next time we do something, you'll just have to wear a bikini.
No.
Okay, all right. Metz will do it. Metz was wearing on the stream the other night, I was saying, was dressed like a fucking Rob Liefeld character. It's like, oh, I bought this at a thrift store. It's like lingerie, but I didn't know where else to wear it, so I just wore it here.
Nice.
And I was just like, what the fuck?
I would be wearing my onesie, so.
Well, that's what we used to do. When we used to do the reviews back at the water tower, you used to wear like onesies because you went to like play go-kart racing, and you wore like the Super Mario Brothers
Yeah, my
one.
friend had a Super Mario party, and where we actually drove golf carts, and I was the only one that got dressed up in a character. Everyone else was like, no, I'm really dressed up as Peach, but I'm wearing regular clothes. I'm just wearing her colors.
Wasn't there one movie we did a review and we were both wearing them?
Yes, because I brought both of them.
Yeah, and I don't remember what movie it was, but it was just you and I were there, and I wore.
Was it Ghostbusters?
No, because we didn't do a Ghostbusters review. Well,
I think we were just doing a ghost story.
I don't remember if I was wearing the onesie for that one though.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Do you have it up?
It's all up, yeah. Because Ghostbusters, I shot because I watched that one with you the first time, and then I did a review, and then
it wasn't Batman because.
No, Batman was like because Cammy was there. It was Kieran's girlfriend,
We've
stuff like that.
We've seen Batman like 3 times.
Yeah, we watched it a couple times. I don't know, we watched everything though, because like you remember, you and I watched like fucking West Side Story and stuff like.
Oh my god, Encanto.
Oh god, oh my god, I was crying my eyes out while watching Encanto.
Like, no, how is this gonna end? How? We're both looking at each other, tears just streaming.
Yeah, we watched literally everything that came out during that time because it was like there was nothing else to do. It wasn't going home. You lived close, so you just came up.
Studio 666 is still like.
Yeah, we watched that one.
That was great.
Yep. Yeah, Metz was there for that one. Yeah, Metz started coming because remember they worked at the porn store around the corner after a while. But yeah, because Ghostbusters, I shot a review of that myself, and then I put it up, and then Crystal and Tony went to Ryan and had me remove it because I thanked everybody for sticking with me and all this kind of stuff because it was like the month after, and they basically had YouTube take the video down because it said I made them look bad. Yeah. And then Brian and I went to go see No Time to Die at King of Prussia. Spider-Man No Way Home we watched together because we had a lot of people show up to that one.
Yeah, that's where he came up with Peter Parkour. That's
yes,
why.
Peter Parkour.
And I still call him that to this day.
We didn't do a video for Uncharted because that was the night that Metz gave themselves a black eye.
Yes.
God, what the
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil, you and I watched. We watched it on the opposite side of the building. Whatever.
That one theater was out.
Yeah.
In the water.
Oh, remember that? Yeah, the fucking ceiling. Yeah, because I remember whatever time we wore the onesies, we are in the opposite side. We are closer to the concession stand, like theater.
Was it you brought in a DVD that time?
No, it was something that was out at the time. It wasn't Sonic 2.
It wasn't Moonfall.
No, God, no. We shot a review for that, and I was like, nobody cares about this.
I actually rewatched it, and it's not so horrible, but
it's pretty
horrible.
bad. It's pretty fucking bad. We were just, Metz and I were just annihilating that movie.
Because there were so many, there's just so many, so many things. I can tolerate it now, though. I'll admit it. Still like Buzz Aldrin.
Oh, yeah. Fuzz Aldrin. And then the dude just like, he becomes the ending of Star Trek 2, where he seals himself in the thing to save everybody else, and I'm like, fuck you. And then they're fucking aliens. Moonfall is great. Lucha Libre wrestling. I like Lucha Libre wrestling. We were talking about it the other night in the live stream that it's something I probably would get more into. I really like the El Santo movies. I know it's just repeating all the shit we talked about the other night, but I love the Mexican masked wrestling, and that's the best thing about 60s Mexican movies. You never knew when you started watching if a vampire, a mummy, or a wrestler was going to show up. At any movie, it could be a fucking romantic comedy, and there's a fucking mummy in this movie. It's going to dawn on me what movie we watched. Because it even might have been...
What else came out?
A ton of shit, man. We, for 2 straight years, we basically watched,
Was it Massive Talent?
No, we watched that on the opposite side, too. Did we watch... You watched Doctor Strange with me?
I don't think so.
Mountain... yeah, because...
Maybe I did.
Yeah, what was the last one? Something of Madness, Multiverse of Madness or whatever.
I don't remember I saw that with you. Maybe I did.
Did you see WrestleMania? Pretty subpar. I don't watch wrestling. I've never been much of a wrestling person. Melissa used to be a wrestler. Fallon used to be a wrestler. Metz is training to be a wrestler. I will be a fan of Metz. I will go to Metz's matches, but I'm just not much of a wrestling person. But they're at the Monster Factory, where a lot of wrestlers started, like the Blue Meanie, who was in Swamp Zombies 1. And it's started by the guys who started ECW back in the day. And I remember when ECW was popular, because we used to have consignment with them for their tickets for their shows, and they used to sell them out of the thing. And that's why I became friends with Jasmine St. Clair, who was also a porn star. Had 200 dudes in a day anally. That seems like a lot of work.
I remember that.
Yeah. Do you remember Houston? The Houston 500?
She cut off her labias.
Oh. Ow. Maniac. It was a slasher. Yes, it was. The 1980 version with Joe Spinell, directed by William Lustig. Special effects by Tom Savini, starring Caroline Munro. And then it was remade by the guy who made Hautensian. And Elijah Wood was in it. And it was first person. It's actually really cool. The only time you ever saw Elijah Wood in the movie was when he passed in front of anything reflective. So it was all through his eyes. Was he in Rocky? Yes, Joe Spinell was Gazzo. Rocky's boss. Yeah, leg breaker. My favorite thing about Rocky, okay? In part 1, when he asked Adrian out on a date, and Gazzo gives him money to take her out on a date, the driver goes, "Hey, Rock, take her to the zoo. Retards love the zoo." In part 2, where does he ask Adrian to marry him?
The zoo.
The zoo. Retards love the zoo. I love the zoo, so clearly I'm a retard. Flame retarded. WrestleManiac. I'm sure that's a thing. There's got to be a WrestleManiac, where it's a crazy person wrestler thing, right?
Like someone uses that name?
Yeah.
I don't know. They can probably look on the wiki.
Seems like a lot of work.
Well,
it's like cutting off your labias. Just seems like a lot of work.
Just Google it. I don't know if anyone's ever used it, but
I'm sure they have. That seems too I wanted to do.
It might not be mainstream that people know about.
Okay, I wanted to do WrestleVania and have it be monster wrestling, but I guess somebody's already used that.
I mean, I was in the Shaw Skank Redemption.
You were in the Shaw Skank Redemption. How did that go?
It was fun.
Which character were you?
I always runs with scissors.
Because of all the scissoring.
Yeah, I was supposed to be a Native American chick.
Being Puerto Rican and German, that is offensive. I don't even know.
I don't know.
What up, Newton Mel? Hey, what's going on, man? Thank you for joining us. We've been at this for almost 2 hours now. It's about 30-something people in and out of here. Runs with scissors?
Yeah. That was my name.
I like it. Shawshank Redemption. Stunning name for a porno. Wasn't a porn.
No, it wasn't a porn.
No.
It was a wet wrestling. There used to be a clip of it on...
Pornhub.
No, YouTube.
YouTube's like Pornhub.
Warden Beefcakes.
What is it?
The one chick was Warden Beefcakes.
Warden Beefcakes.
Mm-hmm.
I like this. This is like Girl Interrupted, but like sexy.
Yeah, I wish the wrestling was still up there.
Honestly, that's even cooler. I mean, I could write you a Shawshank Redemption porno if you like, you know. Warden Beefcakes. Yeah, I've never been involved in anything wrestling. All my friends growing up were big into it. I just never was my thing.
I was really into Glow.
I loved Glow. Anything good going on tonight? I'm doing vodka shots. All right. We went out. We had one drink just to kill time so we could jump on here not too early so people would join us. Mel and I shot an hour-long video for the OnlyFans and the Patreon. That's a fun like podcast style video. And then we went to a comic book store. Then we came back here.
We did.
And that's essentially my day.
Yes.
And earlier you were eating and doing laundry.
I was.
Mm-hmm.
I went food shopping.
You went food shopping.
I had a busy day.
Yeah. But you wake up at 6 a.m.
But today I stayed in bed until 7.
Oh, all right. I stayed in bed until 11. Mm-hmm. Because when you texted me at 1, I was wondering if you thought I just woke up.
No.
Oh, okay.
I was just texting you because it was getting close to what time I had to meet you.
Yeah. And then you said, 3 o'clock, and then you got here at like 5.
No, I got here at like 4.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention. I realized at 2:30, I was just folding the last of my laundry. I was like, oh, it's almost 3 o'clock. So I like went around and like was just making sure the place was neat and stuff like that. And then you were like, I'll be here later. And I was like, oh, but I didn't even realize what time it was.
No, it wasn't that. It was,
no,
it was an hour later.
Okay, well, it's fine. I watched all 4 Scorpion King singles recently. 4 and 5 are actually super rad. I've only ever seen the first one.
Is that The Rock's first movie?
Yeah. Well, not his first movie, but it was his first like starring movie. Speaking of comics, we need another Newt's Got Issues video. Yeah, I shot one for Coney Waves. I guess the next one I'll probably do will be for Florida Man or for Ma'am. I just sold off some of my like more expensive comics and weird shit to pay for doctor's appointments and stuff like that because they're getting expensive. So I'll have to figure out another video to do. Then there's like stuff that I wanted to talk about that I remember from like the 80s and 90s was super terrible, but then I find like a bunch of other comic book YouTubers have already done it, and I was like, oh man, I don't want to.
Still do it.
No, because then they'll say, oh, you ripped the deal off. Because I wanted to do Combo Man, who was a superhero that was sponsored by Combos, and it was really fucking stupid that his costume was just like pieces of other characters, and like you had to like it was like a Tijuana Bible. It was like one of those little ones, and like you had to guess every part of him and stuff like that. And I was like, this is fucking terrible. Because I did one where it was just me talking about weird ass random one-off issues that I had, like US 1. He was a dude who had a truck CB in his brain, or like Skate Man, who was like he was like Batman, but he had quad roller skates and jean shorts, and he was created by Denny O'Neil. I have a Pope John Paul comic book that's like his life that Marvel put out. It's like really bizarre. But yeah, I was doing a series called Newt's Got Issues, where it was just me talking about weird bad comic books back when I was still at my old apartment. I have so many ideas, just nobody cares.
Always valid.
Well, yeah, because our views, like, we're going from like 10,000, 6,000. Now it's like I'm lucky if I get 1,000 on stuff. So I was like, oh, just nobody cares anymore, you know. How's Mets been? Mets was here on Wednesday night. Mets and I were texting earlier today. Mets was like, if you're gonna leave the theater, we need to use it for like something awesome soon. And I was like, we're totally making a porno. You know, I'll be I'm just the lonely projectionist at the movie theater, and I dream a person into existence that I saw in the movie. You know, it'll be like Last Action Hero, but the porn version. You know.
I bet it is out there.
Oh, I'm sure it is. You know, but yeah, no, Mets is good. Mets had their wrestling stuff last night, and I think they were working like at the scorer's table or something last night on their stream. And tonight they're at work, and I'll see them on Wednesday, but I want them to come out when you're here, and we'll get a threesome going. First time that's ever happened. Let's see. Part 2 for Alejandro Jodorowsky's El Topo came out as a graphic novel and it was awesome. Oh, what's that one called? I love El Topo. But no, I want to get more people together doing streams because like usually like it'll be Lana, Dave, and I will do a review. Lana used to be my assistant manager, and Dave's her boyfriend, and they'll come do reviews with me. And Lana and I have very dark sense of humor, so we push things a little bit more. And then Dave's just usually in the back seat, just like chiming in every so often. But the two of them have been doing these reviews together, but they've had their Yorkie in the videos with them, and I can't compete with how cute the Yorkie is, so I don't appreciate that dog at all, stealing my thunder. Yeah, we're gonna have to get you to do a solo review of something.
Of what?
I don't know. You have the same phone as me. You could literally just record a movie review and send it.
I don't know even know what.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What are some movies you could talk about? Yes, nervous laughter. Just what any guy wants. You're like, ha ha ha.
That's just the way I laugh.
You hold up today's newspaper so that people know you're still alive.
Blink 3 times.
Get some raspberry schnapps.
Oh, that's like cough medicine.
Yeah. There was my lawyer. You met my lawyer, right? You met Ian?
Yes.
Yeah. He used to bring over bottles from the like liquor cabinet they didn't want anymore, and they'd bring them to the theater. And he brought me this navel gin that like seemed like the kind of shit that like could take barnacles off a boat. You know? You ever watch Parks and Rec?
Yes.
When they have that like moonshine, and Audrey Plaza's like, "I'll drink it. I'm Puerto Rican," and she's like, "Poison." I like her. She's gonna be in the new John Waters movie.
What's that?
It's called Liar Mouth. He hasn't made a movie in like 20 years, but apparently she's gonna be the star of it. Nobody knows what it's about or anything, but I could definitely see her in a John Waters movie.
Oh, interesting.
You know, because I was showing you the picture from Cecil B. Demented,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I need to recreate that picture. I have so much film, you know. Well, there's that many sequels. Oh, to the Scorpion King. Yeah, all I remember about the Scorpion King was the end was like, stand alone. Bless you.
Excuse me.
Oh, okay. It's based on a book that John Waters did. That's cool. If you want the background scoop early on, all right. I saw his one-man show that he did one time, but I've always been a John Waters fan. You all right?
I'm looking for my water.
It's right there.
I found it.
Found it for you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Whoops. Oh no, my shirt's all wet. What am I gonna do? And I'm like, you get the fuck out of my house for getting my coat. How about that?
I'm just sitting here with a giant wet spot. What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Absolutely nothing. We were talking about the wet spot in the last video.
Oh
The
my God.
Ghostbusters thing. How do older people not go into medical debt? I'm gonna go into medical debt. I have no doubt about it. It took me a decade to pay off my cancer treatments. I can see why Walter White sold fucking meth. You know, I sold my entire comic book collection and all my movie posters back in the day to even just make like a dent in it. Yeah. It'd have been just easier just to die, I think. I said that to Amber the other night. I was like, look, if anything happens and this is a cancer thing, just let it ride, dude, you know? And that way I can leave all my friends something instead of like going, you know. George Miller is killing it as an old dude. I hope Furiosa is good. Yeah, the trailer was really impressive. And I think what we're going to learn is in the wasteland, the radiation in the air makes people's eyes smaller. Because Anna Taylor-Joy has to become Charlize Theron. So that means her eyes have to get smaller. Anna Taylor-Joy's in like literally 10 seconds of Dune 2. She has a 10-second cameo. I was like, that was a fucking baller move to take probably one of the most famous actresses in Hollywood and just put her in a 10-second cameo. I was like, that's awesome. Did you hear that Kevin Smith is writing another Jay and Silent Bob movie? Why?
They were done.
Yeah, like I think it ended perfectly with Clerks 2. There was no need for a Clerks 3. Clerks 3, upon second viewing, I enjoyed it much more. Did I tell you about my Clerks 3 experience?
I think you did.
Yeah, that was shit night. Ryan Reynolds getting Brad Pitt for a 4-second. Yeah, in Deadpool 2. Was it the Vanisher or whatever? And he gets fucking electrocuted and gets Brad Pitt. I like that he just did it for a cup of coffee, you know? But I guess if Ryan Reynolds calls you and says, hey, do you want to be in Deadpool 2? I don't care how famous you are. You know that that's just going to boost you in the algorithm. Because even Matt Damon's in it, too. He's one of the fucking hillbilly guys, you know, when Cable shows up. I don't know. I like those little blink and you'll miss it weird cameos and stuff. When people pop up and things, you're like, what the fuck are they doing in this movie, you know?
Brad Pitt and Smoking Aces.
Oh, yeah.
Or not Brad Pitt, Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck, yeah. Yep. They're making a sequel to that movie, The Accountant, that he was in. Was actually a pretty good movie.
It's not based on like a true story, or was it a comic?
I don't know. I didn't ask Ben Affleck when I saw him last.
No, I thought just
At
the story
Dunkin'
in general.
Donuts.
No.
It could have been. Did you see his Super Bowl commercial?
Uh-uh.
Oh, it was with J-Lo, Matt Damon, Tom Brady, and Fat Joe. And he wants to, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, and Tom Brady are going to start a boy band. Because he's like, so he goes to J-Lo and he does like the whole thing. And Matt Damon's like, he's like, I'm really sorry about this. And he's like, you know when I told you that I would do anything for you as a friend? This is anything. And then J-Lo kicks them all out and she's like, Tom, you stay. Because they did the one last year where J-Lo goes to Dunkin' Donuts and Ben Affleck's working there. And that's like the thing he does now to burn off steam is to go work at Dunkin' Donuts.
Really?
I love those pictures of him carrying Dunkin' Donuts everywhere. And it's just like he's the most relatable he's ever been is this poor dude trying to carry all these people's Dunkin' Donuts orders together, you know? But he's from Boston. That's Dunkin' Town, you know?
That's funny.
Let's see. Oh, yes. Did you saw some Scream Raid people were there at Clerks 3? Yeah, that was Newt. She's so hot. It's, Horn Dog is a big fan of you and has said many times how hot you are.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, and he's local. I mean, I can hook you guys up, you know? I always, after the last one we did, half their comments were like, is she single? And I was like, oh no, ask her. What do you fucking want me to do? You're fucking over here playing matchmaker for you motherfuckers. Yeah, no, I saw a bunch of the Screenwave people at the thing, and it was very, very disruptive to my movie-going experience because they knew that I was there with my friends. One friend is a dermatologist, and the other one is another doctor, and well, is she?
Well, is she?
Wants to know if you're single.
Yes.
Well, there you go. You got a chance now. And she'll show you the wet spot.
What?
You spilled your water.
I didn't spill it though.
You got chips on your boob. I had to take care of that.
You got those chips, but I don't have water. I don't know.
You're high now. I'm just trying to throw you off your game here, man.
Oh my god.
Because usually it's me drunk and and Metz has to take care of me. Are you doing coke and getting nuts tonight? No, I have cherry Dr. Pepper.
Oh, how's that?
It's not bad. We'll try it.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck you. Oh, how's that? Oh, you want to try it? No, I'm like, how about this? How do you like that? Hold on, one more time.
Damn it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, do one of these. Or how about? Or I used to do at the other theater, I would go. And when they finally show up, I said, I figure if I figured you long enough, you'd come. I'm not a good boss at all. They were all older people, too. Fuck them, you know? I was like 14, my first ever job, when my first boss said that to me, and I was like, I don't like this at all. Imagine a porn theater where a guy dunking sticks to the penis and donuts. No, I don't want that at all. Because would his munchkins be his balls? Like,
what?
the Dunkin' sticks as a penis in a porno movie. Yeah. No, because the
soggy milk.
not if you do it right.
I was just taking the glazing donuts and then I just
Yeah, you would. I'm about to dunk a chino. She looks like Emma Stone in Poor Things. Oh, all right.
Sweet. I like Emma
is?
Stone. No.
It's like it came out this year. It's like a version of Frankenstein where she's a woman who's born without like any like autonomy and then like her creator dies and she just kind of has no filter. So she's just out like eating and drinking and fucking and doing whatever because there's no parameters of anything, you know.
Okay.
There's a great clip where they're at a restaurant and she's like being, you know, all like her, and she's like, "That baby keeps crying over there. I think I should go kick it."
I would probably say that.
But yeah, she's like super naked in like half of it, like banging Mark Ruffalo and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to see it now.
No, she's good in it. It's like an artsy version of Frankenhooker.
Is it out in theaters now still?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's stoned, isn't she? So am I. No, not at all. You look like a Latino Rosario Dawson.
Thank you.
I like those. I
used to get Michelle Rodriguez.
I like those Michelle Obama arms you have. Big muscle. What, son?
I don't know.
Better than mine. Fuck. Changing Lanes needs a sequel. I remember that one with Sam Jackson. Yeah, it used to be in like super jacked shape. Like ridiculous. Like, I mean, you're still in way better shape than me, but I just remember being like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was COVID. I worked
I know.
out 6 hours a day.
And then I was always worried about your rib thing that you had.
That I still have.
That you still have, but I was always terrified to like accidentally hurt it or something like that.
I heard it all the time.
I know.
The day.
Yeah. But, you know, I would be like, "Oh, that doesn't hurt." And you're like, "No, I don't."
You know what's funny? I was just watching Heroes, and I really wish I could be the cheerleader when she would push her ribs back.
Oh,
into
yeah.
place.
Yep.
Is
that Hayden Panettiere? Yeah. Okay. Because the other is... Oh, we're back on. Okay, we're live. We lost connection for a second. Was Allie Larder was on that show?
Yes.
She's from Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My friend went to school with her.
Mm-hmm. And apparently she was, like, not very nice.
I heard that as well.
Yeah. Like, she may have said some racist stuff to people.
Mm.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's go 8 hours. No. Let's get weird. Newt, take your shirt off. I am. This is just a tattoo. Well, the other night, I came into the thing. I went to shave because I had a job interview in the morning.
Right.
And they're like, "Newt, come in." So I came in with shaving cream still all over my face. So I shaved half my face and then came back to the thing with only half done. Well, I did. I wore the Mets outfit the one night. That was pretty close to being naked, especially because like the leggings were like not
very sheer.
They were I'm not used to having things that like suture my dick to my leg. You know. I believe that you can go 8 hours inside a woman. No, not if you do it right. At least take your socks off. You guys have seen my feet before. I don't know why people are obsessed with my feet. Feet finder. What are you eating?
Want to try it?
What is it?
Try it. It's pineapple.
Oh, okay. Oh, why are you eating pineapple? What do you think's going on?
I just like pineapple.
You know what they remind me of? They're like those
Fruit juice?
Yeah, like, but they were like, yeah, okay, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You get it. We're on the same wavelength.
Fruit jerky, it's called.
Fruit jerky.
Mm-hmm.
What a real fruit jerk. Get Newt high. I'm a little bit buzzed. We were smoking a cigarette earlier, and then I hit your pen. But you know, feed him edibles. No. The fucking Ninja Turtle review that I did on edibles was wild. Remember the time when Mets accidentally flashed the camera? Yes, we were talking about that earlier. And that YouTube didn't do anything about it. YouTube takes down our Barbarian review for saying it was anti-trans, despite the fact that a trans person's in the video. And then Mets just shows a whole titty. And then YouTube's like, nobody's watching.
Right.
Nobody's watching this shit. You know? There was one, I don't know. Oh, There was a video we did with somebody for one of, not the last channel I was on, but another person's channel, and the way the guy was sitting, his ball was hanging out the entire time, and I kept trying to go like, that dude's ball is out. Somebody needs to
It's
do.
like an episode of Friends.
Oh yeah.
The shorts, the basketball shorts, the one with the basketball.
Yep.
Shorts.
The fun thing about Friends is that I would tell you the only time I've ever seen Friends. The only time I've ever seen a full episode of Friends was September 10th, 2011. I fell asleep watching it on TNT and I woke up the next morning to 9/11.
Oh my god.
So that's the only reason I remember Friends. Yeah, Mets flash the camera. Can you smoke a vape pipe through your asshole? You know, I haven't tried. I'm multi-talented, but I don't know if that's one that I'm really big on, you know? I did the Ninja Turtle review with the Liz, who I was very good friends with, gave me edibles and it didn't tell me how powerful they were. And I was fucking gone. And I'm trying to explain the movie and I'm like paraphrasing things. I'm like, well, that's what they said in the movie. And Matt's like, yeah, no, I didn't think they said fuck in a children's movie. I get what you're throwing here, man. Yeah, I was fucked up that night. You never got me too fucked up.
No.
Turn on the Sublime if you gotta do me. I liked Sublime. His son is actually gonna be leading them now.
Yes, I was gonna go see the show in April.
Okay.
It's them in Cypress Hill, Atlantic City.
Oh, really? Did you see Busta Rhymes is gonna be around here?
I heard about that.
Yeah. I was like, I gotta go see Busta Rhymes.
Nick Swartzen is too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at Park Casino, April 9th.
I would love to meet him just to have him. I would love to meet Busta Rhymes just to have him sign my Halloween Resurrection poster. Trick or treat, motherfucker. As everybody makes fun of, he's the only good part of that entire movie. Elvira like pokes her head around and then like
Disappears.
vanishes like a fucking ninja. Yeah, I don't know. You've never got me too high.
No.
Been drunk. I've been like Halloween night for the stream. The next day I was like, did I say anything that I'm gonna have to answer to? You know, and Metz was like, no, you were good. But I was like, holy shit. I don't remember. I assume that they needed their clothes back because I don't remember taking their clothes off of my body to give them back their clothes because they left when the stream was done and I woke up in sweatpants and a t-shirt, but I was like, wait, wasn't I wearing like fucking Mets clothes? Like, how did this
happen? Was that a dream?
No, I was like, how did no, because I have pictures to prove it. But yeah, I don't remember. But there was a night at the other job where we went out for drinks and Pop-In totally oversold us. And I hate drinking and driving and stuff like that, but I don't remember how I got home at all. You became Mets that night. I did, and we switched places. It's like Freaky Friday. The Lindsay Lohan version only though. Don't you feel bad for her twin sister? Like she never gets to be in stuff anymore.
Lindsay Lohan?
Yeah, her sister in that movie.
I didn't know her sister was.
There's no. She's playing both characters.
I know,
yeah.
but still, I was all confused.
Who was it? Haley Mills was in the original one, right?
Sigourney Weaver? No.
No. The original Freaky Friday, wasn't it Haley Mills as the little girl?
I forget who was the mom though.
It was in the 60s. I don't know. And they sang the "Let's Get Together." Yeah. And then Haley Mills was the star of Good Morning Miss Bliss, which became what show?
Morning Miss Bliss.
The Good Morning Miss Bliss became this popular kids show in the 80s and 90s.
No idea.
Saved by the Bell.
Oh.
Yeah, it was originally called Good Morning Miss Bliss. It was on the Disney Channel. Yeah, there you go. Somebody got it. Saved by the Bell. I just realized you're very shiny. It must be the strong lighting. Yeah, I am shiny. I didn't realize that. It's because my skin is so flawless from all the ejaculate that I put on it. Just invite dudes over. Just lay down on the tarp.
Tarping it.
Yeah, it's a regular bukkake session over here. I don't get that either. I don't understand that whole thing.
And is it all actual, or is it what we were speaking of? Is it the
It's like fake?
Yeah.
I don't know. I would assume that it's all real, right? I don't know. Newt, are you related to Barry Cogan? The dude from Killing of a Sacred Deer? And Saltburn? All of his movies are just like, don't let that guy in your house. Like, that is not a guy you want in your house, you know? Did you hear about Saltburn?
No.
It's fucked up. But not really fucked up. If you're really a feminist, you should have a woman bukkake. I'd be fine with that. Female bukkake?
It'd be like a guy. That'd be so hard.
Well, that's on them, not on me. I just have to sit there and take it.
But how do you know where it's gonna go?
You don't. It's all part of the fun.
Okay.
Saved by the Bell, Zach from Good Morning, Miss Bliss, comma. Yep. Well, because I told you in the other video, like the very first time I ever made somebody squirt, I was like, what did I do? I'm sorry. I don't know. And she's like, no, that's a thing that happens. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. I love you. Let's get married. It's not actually how it went at all. Or I've done that to people in hotel rooms, and I'm like, well, we're gonna have to get some new sheets up here. I did that while I had Bell's palsy. I was pretty proud of myself for that. How you doing tonight? Talking about squirt. Yeah, occasionally you just have to talk about squirting. You never know what you're gonna get when you tune in. You're like, oh, I wonder what movie they're talking about. Oh, Newt made a girl squirt in a Detroit hotel room while I had Bell's palsy. Cool, I'm gonna go back to whatever I was doing tonight. Or the time I accidentally got it in a girl's eye, whatever it happens.
Maybe God shoot himself in the eye.
Oh, Jesus.
2 different times.
Well, she again, I take no responsibility, because if somebody else takes control of the barrel and you're trying to put it in a place where you know that there will be no residual issues, yet she aims upwards, that's not my fault.
They were laying down.
Okay, well then that's on him. Why would anyone have sex in Detroit? Have you no shame? We were in the suburbs, so it's getting hot. Adjust that bra, baby. Me? Okay. He was laying down, huh? Interesting. You were like, "Grrr."
No, I just built up that much pressure.
Oh my God, it's like shaking up a soda bottle.
I saw it in slow motion. It was like, ah.
So I'm still friends with this girl, and when I used to live down, this is like 2006. All right. So I was friends with this girl, and I had a beach house. I was living down the Jersey Shore the first time, and her and a bunch of her girlfriends all came down to hang out with us for the weekend. And everybody was in the house and stuff like that. So she and I went out to my car. And this is like my old car, way before I ever met, so like 7 years before I met you. So we're in the back seat and we're like doing stuff and stuff like that. So she's like jerking me off, and it literally fired up into the roof of my car. And I was like, what the fuck? But like years later, the dude who she's married to, she told him that story, and he's a cop now. And she made reference to it on her Facebook page, and I knew she was talking about me, and she tagged me, and she's like, right, Newt? And I was like, nope, not getting involved in this one with the cop and all of his friends. No. Motherfucker. Newt, the original Rocket Man. Yeah, it was like that. Yeah, it was wild. Yeah. A Detroit hotel is the exact spot I would imagine someone with Bell's palsy making a girl squirt. Right? It seems like Eminem would write a song about it, out on the 8 Mile. Yeah, that was that's another thing we should do. We should do a series of humiliating sex stories as a video. Because I have the story about how I tore my entire groin muscle and had to be dressed by the girl and then driven to the hospital.
Oh my God.
And her dorm, the bed was up against the wall this way, and I was behind her, and I went back for leverage, and my foot went behind, like between the bed and the thing, and then she moved and I tried to adjust, and literally, it sounded like Velcro inside my body. And now she has to pull my pants up that still have the condom on, and it was like a whole fucking disaster. So I gotta go to the hospital, and I'm like, before we go in, I need you to take the condom off me. So she's like fishing it off in the parking lot of the ER and shit like that, and I was like, this is my life now. Yeah, that was fun. That was real fucking fun. Or when I found out that before my urethra actually collapsed, it had closed up apparently, and I didn't know it. But I'm hooking up with an ex of mine, and she's like, nothing came out, and I was like, oh, it felt like it did, and I was like, uh-oh, I might need to go to the hospital. Speaking of women, nothing gets hotter than having them dress somebody and go to the old post-coital hospital drive. She had to drive my car.
At least it wasn't stick shifts.
No. Well, stick shift was the problem. But yeah, no, that was, and I'm like, it's in like North Jersey, and I'm terrified that she's gonna crash my car. Plus I'm in pain. Plus I still have a fucking hard on. And I was like, this day couldn't get any worse. Oh, she hit a pothole on the way there, and I felt it like in every nerve of my body. Like it went up to the top of my head. Yeah, that wasn't fun. You have any fun stories?
No, not as elaborate as that. I don't even know what a story would be. I don't really have stories.
You're like, so one time a dude was about to ejaculate, so I headbutted him.
One time I made a guy come so hard he started stuttering.
Wait, is that me?
No.
Oh, okay. Because you thought you killed me the one time. To be fair, a lot of pressure builds up. I can't see, and my hands don't work properly anymore. Like, all the blood has to go somewhere. It sounded like an episode of Married with Children where Al had a vasectomy and he drives hitting pothole. Yes, that's what it felt like. Exactly. Yeah, no, I there's many times like I would like get up real quick to like clean up or go grab a towel for somebody or whatever, and then like my brain is not quite where it needs to be yet, and I just like I get up and then I just fall over, and then that person's like, oh, I just let him stick his dick in me. What happened to me to make me that person, you know?
I had one of those dumb moments where it's the first time I'm gonna have a guy like do a facial on me.
At the salon.
At the salon, and I turned around to receive the offerings on my face, and I just fell right off the bed.
Just wasted nut.
And you just heard a thump, and he lived with his mom at the time, so.
Oh.
Like, that's still a funny story in my
What's going on up there? Nothing. Nothing. There's only been accidental facials. Nobody's ever offered it to me. But there's been times where people are in charge and I let them do things and they're like, oh, it got on my face. I'm like, that's on you.
That's not my fault.
That's not my fault. I have no control at this point. I'm just happy to be on the team, you know? I'm like, thank you. I show up early. I set up decorations, you know? Fell off the bed before a facial. All right. I had a girl on top of me one time, and she came down too hard and missed and literally like bent my dick backwards.
Yeah.
That was awful. Newt, a series of unfortunate events. Probably, yeah, I don't have anything embarrassing. I got rug burn on my knees, trying to get leverage. Yeah, a former friend of mine who I've done a lot of videos with, the very first time that she and I ever had sex, we both tore our legs up so fucking badly. And like, it was like summertime-ish or springtime, and she was wearing like a skirt, and people were like, what the fuck happened to your legs? And I was just like, I don't know, like, I don't know what happened there. And then like this creepy dude who was clearly wearing a hairpiece at the theater that I used to run was like asking her about rug burn and stuff like that. And I was like, dude, she's 18, stop. Like, you know? And he's like, 18? I thought she was 16. Never mind. Yeah, I've been injured quite a few times. I had a girl use too much teeth one time. That wasn't fun. Yeah, there's been times where girls like have like an emotional moment during it and then start crying, and then you're like, what do we do now? Like, you know? And then you have to stop because it's like, well, I'm not going to keep going because then I'm a piece of shit, you know? I don't know. There's been a lot of, or getting caught by people. I have a really funny one where the Atco Multiplex is out in like the middle of nowhere in the Pine Barrens, basically. And a retention pond, it was raining so badly, the retention pond overflowed and it washed the road out. And we were in the middle of it. And they're like, hey, don't get out of your car. We're going to have to pump the road. And I was like, well, while we're in the car, I might as well pump the road. So we were banging the backseat of my car, but the windows were so fogged up that we didn't realize that the Atco firefighters were watching the entire time. Had sex in the dressing room of a department store. Had sex many times in movie theaters. Let's see. That's a confidence booster. A woman bursts into tears in the middle of sex. No, it's not. Like it was weird. Yeah. Like, I mean, granted, you can feel feelings. One time, one of my exes, like a long time ago, the last time we had sex, she started crying because she knew that we were breaking up. And I was just like, what a weird, you could have just said, no, let's not have sex. But she wanted to have sex one more time. And so we did at her which was in Westchester. And she just started crying her eyes out in the middle of it. And I was just like, okay, we'll just cuddle. So I had to like bend it back so it wasn't like... yeah, I don't know. Weird stuff, man. The dressing room at the Boscov's was the funniest one though, because we had to get up on like the little steppy stool thing so nobody could see like feet and stuff like that. But yeah, she was trying on outfits and was just like, "Come in here," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And next thing you know, she's just like, "Get it out now." Like, I'm sorry. Just screams at it, scares it stiff. That's the line I put into the Her Time of the Month trial. It's like, get it up or I'll cut it off. Yeah. You good?
Yeah.
Trying to think of something to add.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm not adventurous.
Wow. I would think you would have way more adventures than me.
I mean, I had sex in the middle of a hockey rink before.
Like on the ice?
No, it was a roller hockey.
Oh, okay. Put it in the 5-hole. Was it a 2-man advantage?
Yeah. Middle of a blizzard, driving a car.
Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, never. I was stranded at my hotel down the Jersey Shore, and one of the young ladies who was working for me at the time stayed behind, and we had been hooking up off and on, but we couldn't go anywhere, so it was literally just 2 days of just alcohol and hedonism. Like, you're just wandering around this really nice hotel that I was in charge of watching, just completely nude and just banging in different rooms and stuff like that. It was pretty awesome, not gonna lie. And then when I got trapped at the theater in the snowstorm, an ex of mine was sending me topless photos when she still had a boyfriend, and then was blaming me for it. But I was just like, what are you talking about? I've never once asked anyone for photos or anything like that. I was like, that's fucking crazy. You're gonna try to blame me because you got caught, you know? But I remember like my phone was dying because like the power went out, and I was like, do I look at the boobs or do I save my phone? I looked at the boobs. I'm a simple man with simple needs, you know. Yeah, I don't know. There's been some fun times in my life, but not as many. As you get older, it's not. You don't get to have fun anymore. Mm-hmm. You know. I don't know. I don't know where else to go with this. So you've had your. Everybody thinks you're super hot, and you're Spanish Rosario Dawson. So that means that you need to come back and do more videos with us, so that people continue to placate your ego, so that you become a real diva.
Okay.
Is that a plan?
That could never happen, but okay.
You wouldn't become a diva?
Do I look like a diva?
I don't know. You could be.
I guess.
Like all of a sudden, like you get like all this attention, and you're like, well, clearly, I deserve all of this, and then you become like super mean.
I'm mean already.
You are pretty mean already. I'm not gonna lie, you are pretty mean to me. Just constantly abusive. Let's see where the chat went here. Hold on. We missed a couple people's things. Let's see. Wow, nothing was popping up. Hold on, let me get back here. Confidence booster. Road Watch sounds like either a porn or a horror movie. How did this happen to your urethra? How it happened was I had surgery when I was in 8th grade, and they didn't deflate the catheter before they pulled the thing out, and it tore the inside of me completely up. And then when I started getting chemotherapy in 2004 or 5, it just built up scar tissue inside of me, so my urethra completely collapsed in 2009, and it was terrible. Let's see. The hottest piece of clothing is a super baggy t-shirt. All right. Newt, where are you finally going to come out as a white man? I don't know. I think it's more my choice, and I don't think I'm ready to fully come out as a white man yet, but I'll let you guys know. I was in a theater production of Night of the Living Dead, and the final scene, they were getting eaten by zombies. The final performance, the girl dressed as a zombie decided to start biting and nibbling. My neck, and I had to react in front of a packed crowd. And I fingered her in the theater while we watched WALL-E. All right, nice. Sounds like a good time. I watched WALL-E with an ex of mine in the theater by ourselves, and we had sex in the lobby. I don't know. I literally every theater I've been in, I've pretty much had sex in almost every theater, every office. We filmed something at the Wayne Theater. The girl who was in the thing basically like pushed me up against the sink in the ladies' room and like had her way with me, and I was like, no, I'm a virgin.
I probably had sex in my jobs too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one time I did, and I forgot there was cameras.
Oh.
Yeah. She brought the guns to the Newt show. I know, look at that.
I'm not even.
You got the guns, you know?
It's just doing yoga now, people.
Yoga.
I do yoga.
Well, I said we need to figure out how to do horror yoga, and we need to figure out how to do horror pole dancing, and put those two out as training videos, and then make a whole bunch of money. That's the plan. Because I wanted to do Scared Fitless.
Okay.
But then somebody else was doing a fitness horror movie thing, so I was like, all right, well, what if we just did it as a yoga thing or as a pole dancing thing, and it's instructional, but it would have like a story like the Linnea Quigley horror one too. So that's like somebody stole my OnlyFans idea.
That just sells it. That's there.
Yeah, so I changed it to ghouls. But I have such a good idea. It's the great-great-granddaughter of Frankenstein. They're completely out of money, and she wants to continue the family's experiments. So she creates sexy versions of the monsters that then sell content to continue their experiments. But then the Van Helsings are now sort of like Screenwave. They're basically an MCN and stuff like that, and they don't like the idea of someone else making money off this stuff. So they try to stop them, but they try to be like, because they're monsters and they're women, and it's just like, so it's really like satire of the situation I used to be in, you know? What's sort of the greatest nude men asses in movie history? Good night. Nice to see you, Melissa. Linnea Quigley horror workout was what kind of gave me the idea. Who are the finest man asses in movie history? You feel like Patrick Swayze?
Is he naked?
In like Roadhouse, you see his ass. Kevin Costner in Prince of Thieves, I remember that.
I don't know. I just remember Burt Reynolds being naked as a child.
Oh, laying on the rug?
Yes.
We used to have that poster at the video store in the back room above the door. It's Newton. Hey, what's going on?
Is it Gerard Butler in 300?
You were boys with Patrick Swayze. I like Patrick Swayze a lot. Gerard Butler in 300. Oh yeah, because him and Lena Headey have a sex scene together. Yeah. This will not be. You will. What was it like? This will not be short. You will not enjoy this. Hugh Jackman is Wolverine in Days of Future Past. Oh yeah, you do see his ass in that. Skarsgård, yeah, in
You get full frontal in True Blood.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Well, not full frontal, but you know.
Costner shows his butt. Yeah, in everything. Yeah. Didn't Ryan Reynolds show his ass in one of the Deadpool movies? Could have. I don't remember.
I think so.
Yeah, I forgot that Hugh Jackman showed some butt cheek. And a lot of man asses in movies. But again, there's not enough full frontal nudity and male nudity in movies. I feel like a movie is automatically better when they hang down.
Was it? It was the Roman movie with Xena, the warrior princess.
Oh, the show.
And the guy died.
Spartacus. Yeah. Neil Breen floating in the pool. No, I never needed to seal Neil Breen's balls, but unfortunately I had to. Tommy Wiseau's ass in the room. You know, it looks like a chainsaw sculpture with meat hung over it. That's right, because Xena's super naked in that too.
Mm-hmm.
She's still hot. She's still
that
really
was like
hot.
her comeback role that some people seen her in. They're like, oh my god.
Well, she was in Spider-Man.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was also in that Salem show, was it?
What's the name? Is To Live and Die? Oh yeah, To Live and Die in L.A. The dude from CSI, who was also Will Graham in Red Dragon or in Manhunter.
Arnold had a nice side ass.
Yeah, nice. Well, we were talking about earlier that you were convinced that he was naked but without a penis.
Yes.
I think he had a penis.
He didn't have muscle. That's
Tweet at Arnold Schwarzenegger and ask him in Terminator, did he have a penis?
He would have a penis because he played him, but if
you think that character wouldn't have one?
Yes.
So he'd be like anatomically correct as a Ken doll.
Yes.
I think you're wrong.
He doesn't
and
have
I think
muscle.
you need to get the fuck out of my
He doesn't have
apartment.
muscle.
He doesn't need one. They made a complete genetic copy of a man.
Without muscle?
Yeah. It just even if it just hangs there, that's all it's there for. Is just so he could blend in. I'm just saying.
I need to find these out.
We will find out for truth and justice. She was in Ash vs. the Evil Dead. Lucy was badass in Ash. Yeah, and she was on Parks and Rec. They would have given him a penis because they were freaks. That's very true. Wait, who is our new guest? This is Melissa.
Hello.
Melissa was with the channel like in the beginning when I restarted it. But you were always behind the camera.
Yes.
Melissa agreed to not be on camera until the 10,000 subscriber. Was that what it was?
Yeah.
And then we did Big Trouble in Little China, and then we did a video last week. Terminator 1, you can see it. Well, there you go. See?
Okay.
He would have looked weird without a dong. Yes, I agree. See? Cybernetic organisms. Still an organism. Yep. See, all these people are telling you you're fucking wrong. Let us all mansplain to you now. 34 people are like, what's this fucking bitch's problem? Of course the Terminator has a dick. Everybody's going to be like, we liked your friend until that. But now we don't know what to think. Cybernetic orgasm. Dude, last lady I dated with Melissa and they were trouble, but welcome Melissa. The last lady he dated was a Melissa. Wait, do you think Bukkake is fake? That's like finding out there's no Santa Claus. That means James Cameron is wrong too because he cut it out for later scenes. Very true. What are we correcting? So yeah, I've never thought about that with Bukkake would be fake because I know that there's those porns where like it's obviously a fake dick and it just fires out like a fucking super soaker at girls and you're like who is this made for? You know?
I feel like some is probably fake, some probably mixed in.
I don't know.
It's like special effects.
Yeah, did Melissa do a
review
review
so I don't really
with
know.
a mask on at the cons? You guys were right. Yes, yeah. Melissa did a review at the one con in AC. Hey, dude. Oh, hello, beautiful lady. Which one is which?
I think you're a beautiful lady.
I figured as much. My fair lady. My fair Newton. Yeah, I would have never thought about that. I assumed that it would all be real for like Bukkake videos and stuff like that. But I also don't watch a lot of Bukkake videos. Just like we were talking earlier in the other review that we did.
Facial, or you see the guy that's coming.
Yeah.
But
Because they would always do that weird thing where they would cut to him, and I'm like, don't do that. If we're at this point of the video, he's superfluous at that point. I don't need him anymore, you know? Oh no, a dude comes, I've seen it in person. Oh God, I think it was a magician or something. Nude is totally the beautiful lady, man. I agree. Melissa's okay, but like, you know, I've got them like salacious moves, you know, when I was a dancer in Paris. Jazz hands. Was it in Clerks or in Chasing Amy? He's like, what you don't know about me could fill the entire fucking Grand Canyon.
You never know.
Bet you wish I'd be a dancer in Vegas. That was one of my yearbook quotes. Yeah, I don't know. Again, there's just things in porn that I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't need that. I like the guys like spitting on chicks and pissing on them and stepping on their necks and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't know. Be nice to that, you know? That's like in the Blip TV days, and it never went up, and thank God, because we would be canceled like crazy. This guy Chris that I used to be good friends with, he wanted to do a show where it was reviewing gay porn, but me as the straight guy and him as the kind of gay guy that other gay guys would go, tone down a little bit. So we watched a few and we did reviews and stuff like that, but like I was like, he would try to like shock me with things, but I'm like, what? It's fucking meat going into other meat. It doesn't matter what the sex is, you know? But I would just be like, why is the big one being so mean to the little one? Like, yeah. I've watched a lot of gay porn in my life. I don't know why. Not really my thing, but also there's a let's see if we missed anybody. Realizing it's tantalizing jazz hands. I'm watching porn and shaking my head the whole time, so onlookers know that I respect women. That's good. It's true that you like. Oh no.
You said.
Melissa, is true that you like to beat small white men while wearing leather.
Is it true that
you like to beat small white men while wearing leather?
It can be.
Okay, well, there you go. If the price is right. So this dude, the same guy showed me this this gay porn that's called The Cockpit, and it's all these dudes at an airport that are like the captain and the flight attendant and the fucking some of the people on the plane and the guys who are like working as mechanics, and they all just keep banging. Like, and so in my headcanon, that's why 9/11 happened, because everyone was fucking asleep at the wheel. So none of the security was doing their jobs that day, which allowed the World Trade Center to get hit. So you got to imagine all those dudes were like, fuck. I think Jeff Stryker was in that. Do you know who Jeff Stryker is? He's the Cary Grant of gay porn. He's like the best actor. He was the star of Zombie 4. But yeah, he was a very famous gay porn actor who did a couple mainstream things as well. But John Waters called him the Cary Grant of gay porn. Oh God, LOL. Yeah, see, you never know what you're gonna get when you tune into this one, you know? Good point. Porn doesn't incorporate 9/11. Exactly. You know, if you asked me like, what was that porn called, and if it was about 9/11, I would never forget.
It'd be hard though. So hard.
Oh, those buildings are going down. Flight 93 inches. But seriously, it's terrible what happened on 9/11. But yeah, that's my version of it. When I remember it was like 2003 when we shot it, and it was still pretty fresh. And I made that joke at the end of it, and Chris just goes, and just stared at me for like the rest of the video. It was so fucking funny. That was so long ago they were using mini DV tapes.
Oh God, I remember.
And he was gonna upload and start a channel to Blip TV back when that seemed like it was gonna be the thing over YouTube. This is like before the first AVGN video or any of that stuff. And then we had an idea where they wanted to do like hot food challenges. So I told them to call it Flamers. I'm a champion of the gay community. You know, clearly they love me because they're like, oh, do you think he knows how bad he's got it? Little pinhead idiot. Didn't the original Robin do porno movies? Burt Ward? Scotty Schwartz did.
Who's that?
The kid who got his tongue stuck to the pole in Christmas Story.
Did Sylvester Stallone too?
Sylvester Stallone was in what was originally
Italian Stallion.
Well, they changed the name to the Italian Stallion. It was originally A Night at Kinky and Studs was the name of it, and then after Rocky came out, they changed the title to the Italian Stallion. The theme song from that was my ringtone for a while. Who else did? John Bobbitt did porn. Remember that?
Yep.
His wife cut his dick off and threw it out the window, and then he did porn. But he was like an abusive piece of shit too. So I was like, ew, gross. There was a couple people. Cindy from the Brady Bunch broke music for porn. Remember that? Well, and that Matilda Ward chick does porn now, who used to be on like Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did miss a golden opportunity to have his tongue stuck to a pole, but they didn't go that route. He was also in The Toy with Richard Pryor, a movie you could never make, man, where a wealthy white man gives his son a black man as a gift. I was like, try and make that movie now, I dare you. I don't know. There's a lot of people who did weird shit. The white rapper from Scary Movie 4 did gay porn. Oh yeah, Simon Rex. Yeah.
A chick. Well, a lot of the people from Game of Thrones. If it was like sexy.
Oh yeah, they got like adult film actors and stuff like that. Imagine the cop who found it in. I don't want to touch it. Yeah, no, I can't. I got to imagine that because they sent people out to find the dick, and it was like thrown in the woods or something like that. And I got to imagine it'd be like, what? Like, just imagine like a dog ate it or something. Like you see a raccoon run across the street holding it. Like
You're the guy with the stick picking up shit, and all of a sudden you're like, what was that? Oh, is that a hot dog?
Well, it's in Lisa Frankenstein. He doesn't have a penis, so that he cuts off the dude's penis who lied to the girl, and you just see it in shadow. You don't see it, but it like goes up in the air and then lands in the trash can. And it's like, yeah, I can't imagine that would be a good day at work. That's the whole sketch. Imagine being famous for getting your dick cut off, right? But imagine being famous for being the woman who cut the dick off. Nobody's gonna fuck with her again.
What if you marry the girl after that?
Well, don't abuse her. It's just that simple. I can pee freely now. Morena's gone. Yeah, it's not hard. Like, I think about guys who get canceled for shit all the time or like do stuff. I was like, it's really not hard to keep your dick in your pants and to not be an abusive piece of shit to women or people in general. It's not hard. It's never hard when Melissa's around. So afraid she's gonna jerk it too hard. Ow, you're gonna pull it off. Can't use it now. No, I guess he still could, but it had to have like all kinds of fucking like work
Surgery.
done to it.
He did porn, I mean.
Yeah, he did porn. And I'm trying to remember who the actress was too, because she did a whole interview about it, and like it was like a super unpleasurable experience. Well, Screech did porn.
Yes, he did.
Although it wasn't him. It was a stunt cock.
I remember you telling.
Yeah, yep. He was a nightmare to deal with.
Sanchez.
Yeah, he was a nightmare to deal with. A friend of mine lives close to every time. Here's where they found John Bobbitt's dick. John Cena made a fake OnlyFans to promote his new movie. I could see John Cena doing that. John Cena, I saw the Underworld sequel with him in the theater. He and I went to the movies together on a little date. And then he's like, do you think they'll let me bring in a sugar-free Red Bull? I was like, you're John Cena. Are they gonna say no to you? And they didn't. They didn't say anything. He just walked right past. And they're like, wait, why is Newton hanging out with John Cena? Rip Screech. Yeah, I don't know, man. He was not a good dude. He was not a nice person. He treated a woman who worked for my theater very disgustingly. So I don't really have anything nice to say about him. Let's see. He would have been a shoo-in for Game of Thrones. Having your dick cut off is a storyline. Yeah. Didn't that scum Ron Jeremy pop up in Ghostbusters? Yes, he did. What a nice guy to ask, right? Yeah, Ron Jeremy's an extra in Ghostbusters. He looks like my former co-host. What's the worst famous actor you've ever worked with? I don't know. For the most part, people have been fairly nice. I've met some shitty people at conventions. Eric Roberts wasn't very nice, but I got paid to rewrite his stuff, so I just kind of went with it. And it was only on the phone. Like, I didn't have to deal with it in person. Fallon's told me some stories about famous people she's worked with. That's why I mentioned him, mate. Yeah, he was a little bit and he knew that certain people. Oh, no, I'm not gonna tell the story.
No.
I'll get in trouble. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I've met more shitty YouTubers than like Hollywood people, you know? I've met some really fucking shitty YouTubers who everybody thinks are like super nice, and you know, and how they haven't been canceled yet is fucking beyond me, but whatever. You know, but yeah. Who's the worst person you've ever met at any convention? The worst person I've ever met, what are you working on now, New? Let me answer that one first. The worst celebrity I've ever met at anything was Raleigh Fingers. Do you know who that is?
No.
He was the baseball player, had the big curly mustache. Used to play for the Oakland A's.
Okay.
What a fucking dick. What a dick. Robert Englund was really nice when I met him. I've met him before. I have a lot of autographs in like my bedroom and stuff like that are framed. I only hang the ones of like people who are nice. Ernie Hudson was super nice from Ghostbusters. He was like super, super nice. I don't know. What's her face? Shared your picture on Instagram. Ginger Lynn is like the most famous porn star ever. She shared your picture on Instagram. And then when I posted she posted the thing, I was like, hey, that's my friend. And she's like, oh my God, she was so sweet and stuff like that. She commented under it. And I was like, that's nice. What am I working on now? My cherry Dr. Pepper. I don't know. I'm gonna start doing less movie reviews and start making more short films for the channel, because I don't want to fall into the trap of doing the same shit over and over again, and nobody's really watching the reviews anymore. So I feel like if I could use the space as a way to my friends can shoot reviews, and then like Martoso and people like that, they'll shoot reviews, and then I can continue to promote them, and then I'll do stuff occasionally, but like I'd rather do more creative stuff. I heard Tom Savini is a jerk. Yes, Tom Savini's a jerk unless you have people around with you who are clout, and then he'll treat you completely different. At the Living Dead weekend at the Monroeville Mall, we were there with the guy who was Leatherface in Chainsaw 3 and Ken Foray, and we had a nice little three of us together at a thing, and so they were like vouching for me. So Tom Savini was much nicer to me, but the last time I met him was not nice. Ernie Hudson has become the Ghostbusters franchise, like I'm most proud. No, again, and he's the one who deserves it the most, because he's the one who got asked for years of doing conventions, because all the other guys are too famous. Like, oh, when's there going to be another Ghostbusters? When's there going to be another Ghostbusters? And he just always was, you know, and nice about it. Now he gets to be like the Nick Fury of the Ghostbusters. You know, the new one comes out in like 20 days.
Yep.
We have to go see that.
Yes, you do.
Mm-hmm. Because it's going to be much more like the cartoon. And above my oven in there, I have my Ghostbusters action figures. You do anything that you enjoy, and I'll keep watching. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was doing the Equinox one by myself last week because I had time off after work and nobody was around, and I was just like, I'm not enjoying this at all. Like, I just don't like sitting here and doing it by myself and all that. Did you watch Dune 2 yet? Yes, the review is up on the channel, so you can go watch it. I didn't approach it from a the source material. I just did it based on the movie. What projects do you have coming up next? What's coming up next month? On April 9th, Shark Exorcist 2 comes out. I got one more scene to shoot for Darby's Slay House, or Darby's Scream House, and then I'm done that movie for Donald Farmer. The other ones that I wrote are all done. They're just waiting to come out. I was going to make a movie. A dude from Ohio offered me $160,000 to make a bunch of movies, and I made all the changes that he wanted to make, and then I said, hey man, you're not just fucking with me, right? And then I had some health problems, and I reached out to him, and I was like, hey man, so I'm having some health problems and stuff like that, so like I really need something to hold on to, and he just fucking ghosted me. So I think he was just fucking with me the entire time. And it was after I did all the work and did like had legal stuff written up and all that, and it sounded like legit, and his wife even said that it was legit and stuff, and then he just fucking ghosted me. So because Metz and I went to go meet him to have dinner in Ohio, and that kind of shit in my cereal a little bit. Yeah, no, it was pretty. It sucked because that would have really been huge, because then I could have just started making things. And again, I have lawyers and producer people who would make sure that I'm not doing things. I'm like, I'm gonna pocket all this fucking money, you know. Can't you sue him for that? For what? There's no, like, he clearly was fucking with me. We never signed anything. You know, and this is a dude who I talked out of killing himself back when I was at my lowest, you know. Have you ever been to Arkansas? Years and years and years ago. I played in a baseball tournament in Arkansas when I was in 8th grade or 9th grade, so like 1998, you know. You ever been to Arkansas?
No.
You ever been to Tennessee?
No.
You're the only 10 I see. It's that Bob Marley biopic, Eddie going, it's fine. Damn, I remember how excited you were. Hopefully opportunity comes again. Yeah, I was very excited because, you know, this isn't, every single bit of that would have gone towards paying my friends to make their art, you know, and that would have been the coolest thing, is to be able to pay super creative, like you, like, you know, to come in and do what you are good at and what you love doing, you know, to be able to bring people on to do, you know, things that they love doing and be able to pay them an honest wage for it. Best hockey moment in the history. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Best hockey moment in general. Best moment for you. Best moment for me. Getting to be captain of my travel team when I was in middle school was really cool, because I had reconstructive jaw surgery and they held off having a captain until I came back. Scoring the game-winning turn, the only 2 goals my team scored in the championship game in high school to win the state championship. I got both of them. We won 2-0. That was I was showing you the picture of that earlier. And then yeah, stuff like that was pretty cool. I'm guessing not smashing your jaw. No, the jaw injury came from an accident, a car accident. And but I got my 2 front teeth knocked out at hockey. I broke my orbital bone on this side. Damn, that's funny, because I coach a 15 under team in Arkansas. It's been my sin. Oh, that's cool. We used to do the Maccabee Games. It's like the Jewish Olympics. The tri-state area team used to come play my team for warm-ups every year before they would go out there. So we would get an entire roller rink to ourselves, like a old school skating rink, and we would practice against the Jewish tri-state team that was going to Israel to play against the thing. So we would do that. And I had a kid on my team who's a cop now, and he was the most racist little motherfucker. He was the real life Eric Cartman, and we basically had to like sit him down and like threaten him not to say anything that could get us in trouble, you know. Oh shit, I thought that happened when you were playing. No, the jaw injury though kept me out for a while. But I had a lot of other injuries. A stick came down on my hand and slashed my finger so that the skin was hanging out, so you could see where the cuticle ended and all that kind of shit. I used to play street hockey, like deck hockey, which is on like shoes, and you'd play in the winter, and I remember getting like the thing where your toenail would turn black and then fall off all the time. That wasn't fun. But I also got like trench foot from years of football as well, that I had to get like surgery on the bottom of my foot, because it was always wet and gross when I was playing, and you would get like, first it was like plantar's warts and shit. A racist kid became a cop? No way, that's unbelievable. I know, right? But you ever see this Sarah Silverman show? It's like, do you know why I pulled you over? I don't know, because you got all C's in high school. Yeah. But no, yeah. I've met some cool people. I've met some shitty people. I've met a lot of shitty people in like wanting to be a filmmaker. People who take advantage of you, like that guy, unfortunately. But you know, I'm persevering, and I'm trying to get something made, man. I just want to I want to put people to work. That's all I want to do, is just make movies with my friends and be able to pay them to come out and do stuff, you know? Eve? Like the douche? Was it like Summer's Eve?
I don't know.
Oh.
Summer's Eve? Yeah.
Yeah. You ever feel unfresh? we will walk down the beach and have that conversation. Like maybe you wouldn't get so many yeast infections if you weren't riding horses so much.
On a sandy beach.
Yeah. Ever done ghost hunting?
Yes.
You have?
Kind of.
Yeah, tell me about it.
It's not I mean, I was at Penhurst. That's a good.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I need to
And I
start.
work at Eastern State.
That's true. Yeah. Have you been to the one that's up here?
Lincoln?
The Lincoln?
Have I been there?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't remember. Have you?
Yes.
Is that the one you did the Valentine's Day thing for?
That's the one I first started at.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember. I couldn't
That's
remember.
what I was like, wait. I was
I
like,
couldn't remember.
I was the one who told you to come there. I'm in the.
I don't remember
trailer.
a lot of things. My bad. The phone glitch. Okay, I had to go with a short film recently. I ran audio. It was very short. No, it'd be fun to do more stuff. That's the whole thing. Is like, one of my producer friends was like, I want you to start making short films and stop making YouTube videos, because then you need to prove that you're not Hack the Movies, you're not Movie Dumpster, you can do something more, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do. You just started ghost hunting. Once went to a bridge in Pennsylvania where these babies were crying, and I forgot the name of the place. Like ghost babies? That's terrifying. You ever see the Aqua Teen Hunger Force episode where he has the Atari, but it's the Atari Ouija board, and there's a baby that keeps crying? I've been fascinated by the supernatural my entire life. Monsters, ghosts, aliens, all that shit. How much I believe, I'm not sure. But I've been in some places where I've seen some shit and I've heard some shit. But I've never been to like a ghost hunting expedition. I've been invited many times. None of those people talk to me anymore because they all buddied up with my old channel. But I used to get invited to go do that stuff in like Salem and all that kind of stuff. But no, it's always something I've wanted to check out. But yeah, never had the chance to. I want to go to Sleepy Hollow. I've never been to Sleepy Hollow.
I don't know what that is.
In New York. Like the Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
That would.
Yeah, fucking
I got
Ichabod
you.
Crane.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to go to the Mothman Festival in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Where the
There's
Mothman
also
was.
an asylum in West Virginia, or I think.
Do you ever wait? Do either of you jiggle and bounce when climaxing? I more convulse.
I do nothing.
You just lay there.
Look at that fish.
There you go. You wanted to know why she's single. They have to put a mirror under your nose to make sure you're still alive, like a baby.
Are you awake? It's like, all right.
That's more on the dude then.
No, it's just me.
You just leave your body. You go into your cave with the penguin.
Slide.
No, I'm very vocal sexually, and I'm told some people like that, some people don't. I used to go ghost hunting in Arkansas, and it was one of the funnest, mysterious things I've ever been a part of. That's cool. I wanted to go to the bridge where Ambrose Bernice wrote. Ambrose Burnside wrote. I can't read.
I can't either.
Yeah. I think it's Burnside. Yeah. We're both really bad at this. We're bad at streaming.
I'm bad at reading.
Well, that's fine. It happens. You've been smoking.
I'm not high
The
anymore.
devil's weed. Well, let's get you high again so you're more fun.
I'll be sleeping.
Well, yeah, we won't go too long. I know you have to get up early. But no, yeah, I'd love to do shit like that. I think that'd be really fun and cool to try, but I've just never, since all this stuff happened over the last few years, I don't get invited to do things anymore.
You just gotta do shit.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Currents at Owl Creek. That's the that was the short film that was on the Twilight Zone. What's your opinion of the Mighty Ducks as a kid versus your opinion now? We watched the Mighty Ducks on the old channel, and I still think it's a good movie. I have a Mighty Ducks jersey in my closet. I have the plum one. I like that movie. That movie got kids kind of into playing hockey. I thought it was fun when I was a kid. It's a watered down version of the Bad News Bears, but it's a fun fucking movie. And I still think that it's one of the best logos in sports history is the Mighty Ducks jersey. I love the white one, but I can only ever find the purple one in my size. And then my team when I was a kid was the Mighty Ducks that we won. The only time I've ever won anything, as a kid was when I was a Mighty Duck. And our coach's last name was Duckenfield, and that's why we were the Mighty Ducks. And then after that, I was the Moose, because there used to be a team called the Minnesota Moose that became the Manitoba Moose, and we were the Moose. They had a cool logo. Oh, hey, you're back.
What?
Did you ever see the Mighty Ducks?
The first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen both and the TV series.
Okay. A short film in Ohio. We drive out here. I'm a part of it. Yeah, of course. We were filmed The Next Paranormal Investigator, and it all fell apart in the video. Oh, that sucks.
Do paranormal investigations.
I ended up getting the jersey in every color because of those movies. And you are correct about the logo. I used to have the District 9 jersey as well, the green one with the duck on it. And it was a Charlie Conway jersey, and X gave it to me as a gift. And I think I wore my Mighty Ducks jersey when we did the review on the other channel. I have a whole closet full of hockey jerseys.
That's what we watched. We watched it the one day, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yep. Quack 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 quack, Mr.
Quack.
Ducksworth.
Quack quack. Quack quack quack.
And then the second one, what I learned from that was that Iceland is actually warm and Greenland is actually cold.
Yes.
We learned that from that movie.
Really?
Yeah, it's one of the few pieces of information I retain. And then the German dude who ran the hockey store now is the guy who was the bad guy in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See. No, I love hockey, man. I Slapshot is still one of the funniest comedies ever
Best
made.
movie with Billy Bob.
Mm-hmm.
That was based on Broad Street Bullies.
Yeah. Yep. And it was written by a woman.
Wasn't Billy Bob a writer too on that?
No.
I thought there was something to do with that.
He wasn't even around yet at that point. He which one? No, was it Mystic? They did a Mighty Ducks series on Disney Plus, and it was not great. Yeah, I remember I saw
great.
parts of the first season because the one little kid like kind of reminded me of Mets, like they wore a cape and everything everywhere. So I was like, oh, this kid's kind of like you. But yeah, there was, what was it, Youngblood with Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves and Rob Lowe. Mystery Alaska was another one. They did that one. So the team I coach is the Cyclones, baseball, and our other team is the Ducks, and they refuse to quack, quack, quack. Sons of bitches.
They refuse to quack quack.
The Cyclones, there was a minor league baseball team that called the Cyclones in New York, because of the name of the roller coaster, and I went to some of their games. The dude who played the big kid in the Mighty Ducks is Foggy. Yeah, he's one of the Bash brothers. He's Foggy in Daredevil. Karen Page in Daredevil is super fucking hot. That's the chick from True Blood.
Is that the TV series?
Yeah, this TV series Daredevil.
I haven't seen it yet.
She was on True Blood. She was a blonde in that. She's a redhead on Daredevil.
Oh, is it? She was Eric Northman's. Was she the Pam?
I don't remember her name.
She ran the other bar.
It wasn't the chick who was. It wasn't Anna Paquin.
No, but it was.
Who was the girl who's?
She was a vampire.
She was a vampire. Yeah.
She
was a really.
She was in it the entire season.
Yeah, she was a really hot.
Yeah.
Blonde. And then
that's
she was a really hot redhead. And then she did a show for a short period of time where celebrities played like D&D.
Nice.
Yeah.
I want to play D&D.
Yeah, that girl was super hot on True Blood. Yeah, she's incredibly attractive. And I heard that they weren't going to bring them back, but then they did. When Coach Bombay shows up with Mighty Ducks and calls D2, that moment struck me for. Yeah, I mean, what's it? Harmy was her name? I don't know.
And we can't look up anything.
Yeah, we can't look up anything because we have my phone using for this. Yeah, I only saw bits and pieces of True Blood, but I liked it from what I saw.
I love True Blood.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember they made like an energy drink that was like the beer, or there was like the blood? Oh my god!
Did it come out?
I was like, what happened? All right. Do you ever heard the Disco Duck? Yeah, I remember Disco Duck. Charlie Cox is perfect. Deborah Ann Wool. Yeah, that's her name.
Deborah Ann Wool.
Yeah, she's Karen Page on Daredevil. Oh. Mm-hmm. But I am a fan. And then Daredevil, Karen Page in the movie Daredevil was Grey from Grey's Anatomy. There you go.
Good stuff.
Bang, right on the floor. No, we have the my cord. Apparently, my cord isn't long enough, from what Mel told me. I'm a grower, not a shower. It's up perched up so that we can get more leverage. And it fell off the thing because Melissa has to leave soon, so just kind of collecting things up. Did you want to, when you go, pull your car up, and that way we can bring your stuff out, but I'll walk with you so you don't get kidnapped. You might get kidnapped. And then you're going to call me, and I'm going to be like, I don't have any specific skills. I probably won't find you. What is the movie that you love and think is a great movie and the majority of the people hate? That's super easy. Batman versus Superman. I fucking love that movie, and everybody tells me I'm wrong for loving it.
Which one is it?
The one with Ben Affleck as Batman. Yeah. I have statues of it. I have the fucking, I have the book of all the artwork and stuff. What is Melissa currently involved in? Sitting in my living room right now.
Involved in, like...
I guess people think that, like, everybody who comes to work, who comes to hang out is involved in film or
stuff.
media, yeah.
I do nothing. Currently looking for a position.
I got just the position for you. Reverse cowgirl. Many people love Batman versus Superman. No, I was told constantly at my former job how wrong I was, and by people online. No, I keep trying to beg you to come out and be in more stuff, but you're busy, but we're gonna get you in stuff and make things.
I sadly needed a full-time job.
I know, me too. Yeah, me too.
But I'm trying to leave my job, so soon I'm maybe unemployed.
All right, we'll get you in stuff. What is that?
Weed.
Oh, okay. Jeez.
What would you think it is?
I don't know. You were like doing stuff, and I was like, "What's going on here?"
You told me to smoke more weed, so I'm
I did. I want to smoke some too. Some hashish.
You cannot.
I can't? Who do you think you are? Whose house is this? No. Whose house? Run's house. Once again, my friends. Run DMC. Whatever. I don't care.
You said Run's house.
I know.
Run's house.
Yeah.
That was Run.
I know.
It's his house.
You did the... you raised the roof.
I did.
Yeah. Somebody did that recently, and they're like, get your hands up. And I was like that, and they're like, not like that. And they're like trying to like lift the box up. Got him. I'm a nightmare to be around. I don't know why anybody would ever want to be my friend. But yeah. So yeah, but you have a full-time job. You're gonna find a new job. I'm trying to find a new job. Hopefully I don't die of cancer, and if I don't die of cancer, we're gonna make cool things. That's kind of it, you know. I got 4 shorts written right now. 2 of them are teasers for projects I want to make this year. One dude was who runs Bartertown. That's easy. Bartertown is run by Tina Turner. But yeah, was
it still?
Well, I mean, in that movie, we don't need another hero. And then the dude from The Lost Boys, who played the saxophone player, is also in that video because he used to be her saxophone player.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. I almost called her Granny Goodness. I was like, wait, no, that's the New Gods from DC Comics. Oh yeah.
Just because this was actually burnt out.
I'm burnt out. I'm being your friend.
Talk shit now.
Right. Talk all the shit I want. I'll fight all of you. I'll fight everyone in this chat right now.
We can take them. Let's do it.
At work the other day, somebody did something. I was like, I wish you would. Like, I looked at the employee like I was gonna fight them. They were like, what the fuck? We told the one kid, he was like, what would you do if you caught me stealing? I said, well, you've just made it out that you would steal. But I said, all right, here's your options. we can call the police, or I get you 10 minutes outside and you're not allowed to fight back. And you can't call the police. Come at me, bro. Cripples versus temporary cripple. I'll fight all of you. I don't even care. But no, Gerald, we talked about you the other night. If you were gonna jump out of a car and use your cane to catapult into another car, you look like Scrooge McDuck in the old DuckTales game. You know, life is like a hurricane. Yeah, that's the song.
I was just like, I thought I was waiting for punchline. I'm like, what?
Somebody did that as a thing. It was like, it was Forrest Gump and Scrooge McDuck sitting on the thing, and it's like life is like a, and there's a bubble above their heads, and one has a box of chocolate, and one has a hurricane.
That's cute.
I don't care. I'll fight cripples. A win is a win. You know? Knock your cane out. Inspector Gadget myself, from one kidnapper to another. Yeah, you just so happen to land into a car where you think you're safe, but they're human traffickers. And they're like, my, someone must have looked at my dream journal. And then in Gerald's head, he's like, yeah, that's me. Bet you wonder how I got in this situation. What happened to the other dude? So Metz brought 2 strays over, and they both were handicapped. But like the other guy just kind of vanished. He's in my in the video for Indiana Jones, and I was just like, he would talk, but he would talk really low, and then like stare into the camera like a serial killer. And I was like, no, this is good. I really like carrying this video and trying to pretend like my friend's friend is not probably going to try to wear my skin. You know, you're not wrong. More of a specialty item. Did Metz eat him? No, I assume he's still alive. I just don't know what happened. But that was weird. Like Gerald was around. Gerald, we took you around the corner to Lucky's and stuff like that, and we talked about movies and all like that. But the other guy was just like, you know.
That's so strange.
Yeah, and I was just like, all right, it's cool, yeah. And he would just like say things under his breath while like other people are around. And I can't make excuses for people, and I'm just like, yeah. It's like you when we take you places, and I'm just like, she's mentally challenged. We were talking about this the other night. We went to go see Lisa Frankenstein. So I had to drive to Delaware to go see the movie because it wasn't playing anywhere. So I left my theater in Pennsylvania to drive to another theater in Delaware at like 11 o'clock at night to watch the movie. But the main girl in it looks like my friend SJ. Remember I was showing you the picture of my best staff? And I was like, oh, that's the Moroccan girl that I used to enjoy. And she enjoyed me too. Whatever. And she told me all kinds of amazing stories about dudes in college who have little tiny wieners. And I was like, this is amazing. Like, you know, dudes who like talk a big fucking game and they've just got like, you know, little tiny dongs. And I'm like, this is great. Yeah, so the whole time she reminded me of that girl. So I was telling Lana and Dave the story. There used to be this kid, Joey, who worked at the theater. And I've talked about Joey quite a few times. He looked like the king's son on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, but like if his parents wished he was a real boy and then regretted it instantly, and he was really dumb. So the theater got shut down for a week by the health department because this woman made a completely completely ridiculous excuse that she made, and they shut us down for a week. So we had to do a deep cleaning. So we're there and we're mopping and stuff like that. So this girl who looks like the girl from the thing is wearing like little shorts and like a half top. And she was going to get changed for we did it. It was hot in there and stuff like that. So I go upstairs to go get some cleaning supplies, and Joey is standing in the projection booth staring down at her, and she doesn't know he's there. And I was like, Joey, what are you doing? He acted like all like, you know? So she and I were going to go to get food afterwards. This place, Christopher's, around the corner. I was like, let's ask Joey to go with us. And she's like, do we have to? I was like, yes. So when we get there, I went in first. Those two were walking because I let them lock up. We go into Christopher's. I was like, hey, so it's my brother's birthday. He's slow. So can you guys like treat him kind of special? And they're like, oh yeah, totally. So everyone talked to him like he was mentally challenged while they were there, and they gave him crayons to draw on the table and stuff like that. And then like when they would like ask him questions and he would answer it like just normal, they would go, all right, high five, buddy, and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, he's like, man, everybody who works here is so nice. He didn't realize they all thought that he was slow. I was mean. That was really mean. There's another girl who worked there, Natalie, who had like a perfect life. She's wealthy, teenage girl, good-looking girl. Parents gave her everything. She had never met anyone like me before, so I purposely put her and Metz together on every shift just so she could understand that the world was not what she thought it was. But I'm still good friends with both of them, actually. Natalie's boyfriend was a baseball player for Georgetown in college, and she got all mad at him because he went to go see some porn star as a stripper, and she's like, "It's not. He has a favorite porn star." And blah blah. I was like, "You should tell him that you have a favorite male porn star." And then like that just started a bigger fight. And I just sat back and watched. I was like, I like to just create chaos and then just walk away, you know? All right, let's check in with the chat real quick. Last thing was, did Metz eat them? No, Metz did not eat anyone that I know of. We can't be sure. Is that why I don't get why people enjoy blowjobs, girl? No, that was a different person. That was fucking incredible. So that girl we called Snake because her real name was stupid. All right, and we couldn't pronounce it properly because it's some of those ones like girls have a regular name, but then they have to add a letter to it and make it special. And I'm not adding the other letter. So I just told her Snake because she was lame, and I was like, Snake's a cool name. That's what people remember. So then her parents started calling her Snake too. So when she texted me and I didn't know the number for her to come back from college, she's like, it's that name, and I was like, who? And she goes, Snake, and I went, oh hey, how you doing? So they're all behind the concession stand. This girl Jamie and Metz and a couple other people, and this girl Snake just started dating this guy who lived in a different country, and they had the same haircut. So it's weird when a boyfriend and girlfriend have the same haircut. She's like, I don't know, get it. Like, why would a girl want to give a blowjob? And Newt, the manager, should go like, all right, this conversation's over. But instead, I saw Metz's eyes light up, and Jamie went to go end it, and I went, nope, let's see where this goes. So Metz just comes out of fucking nowhere, like she's Nightcrawler. Bam! And they're just there, and I was like, well, let's watch what happens now. And then I just watched as, like, the actuality of what adulthood can be wash over Snake's face, who's like, I like anime, you know? One time also, this girl used to bring her like, art pad with her to work. So she went to go clean theaters. So I drew a picture of myself, but I gave myself like 6-pack abs and just a huge dong in my pants. And I was waiting for people to come up. I'm like, Snake, I understand you're young and, you know, maybe I'm a person in your life, but this isn't okay. And I held the picture up so people could see it, and they're like, oh my God. Let's see. Natalie Portman. What about Natalie Portman? I used to date a girl who looked like Natalie Portman, Christy. She's a licensed therapist in Portland now, or in Seattle, because her husband is a social media guy for the Seahawks, and they did that really cool viral video this year where it was like the Eagles went back to their 90s uniforms as well, so the Seahawks went back to theirs. So they shot this ad where they made a room look like it was the 90s and stuff like that, and she made that, and I was like super proud. I was like, oh, that's awesome. I've had some weird fucking people work for me over the years, and Metz is definitely 1 in a billion, you know? And Metz always tells the story that the day that Metz came in to give me a job, and to give me the job application, I was like, are you sure you want to work here? Like, you have like a resume, like where you worked in a veterinary hospital, you really want to work with these fucking idiots? And it must have been raining or something like that, but their shirt was completely see-through, and I'm just like, oh my God. Like, yeah, no, like, you know, and I'm like trying my best. And I'm like, okay, but then I was like, okay, how old are they? Oh, it's fine, I can look. And then I hired their brother, and then their other brother used to come in with a dog head on and a trans flag as a cape, and I'd be like, not today. Look, I'm very tired, you know? We're gonna tell more theater stories because my buddy in Ohio shot a little documentary with me about some of my theater stories, and I've got so many that I told in that I want to tell in live streams, but I can't because I already told them I would sell them there. You have any work stories? Anything?
Nothing interesting.
Nothing interesting?
No.
Ever?
I can't remember them. A lot of times it's just me.
By yourself?
Yeah.
It's like me when I'm camming by myself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Tingle the butthole.
I really don't. I can't remember stories, but I'll probably think of something and it'll be like, oh, that was cool.
Well, then that just means people are gonna have to say in the comments, we want Melissa to come back and tell us more
I
stories.
don't really have stories.
Well, you're gonna have
sorry.
to fucking make some up then.
God, what
Or
kind
more
of
embarrassing sex stories, you
I
know.
don't really have embarrassing stories.
Well, you had sex with me. That's pretty embarrassing.
Let's see. No, I guess I had basic shit. I used to horseback ride, scuba dived.
At the same time, as a talented horse.
I mean, me and this other girl on the back of one horse, and it saw a puddle and decided to roll while we were both on the back of the horse.
You could have been Christopher Reeves.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
She jumped off and we all just ran.
God damn.
We had to take the saddle off the horse.
Yeah. You guys should have Lady Godiva it and just been naked.
Oh, it was just hilarious. It was hilarious. We were laughing. Because the security guard was sitting outside watching us and he just saw it happening.
That should be the new thing. He said, sad and alone. I'm just like, super chat me and I'll stop basically. I want to do an OnlyFans where people pay me to put more clothes on.
Hey, it's reverse burlesque.
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll call this a night then, because you're pretty tired. It seems like, or you're.
I'm not tired. I'm not playing a video game.
Next time, once I get my cable fixed, we'll play video games.
We're usually talking about something.
Well, yeah, I've been talking the entire time.
Exactly. You have stories for days. Days
and
days.
Legs for days. I know. Well, it's hard to carry you as my co-host like a sack lunch this entire time.
I know.
Well, you talked more. People have to sign up for either the Patreon or the OnlyFans to see the other video that we did. We had a whole hour-long conversation about porn, and you talked a lot in that one.
Yeah, it's about porn though.
You just know a lot more about porn than talking to humans.
I don't talk to humans well.
I know, but they're asking you questions, and now they're gonna be like, "Wow, Melissa's like super stuck up. Like Melissa like really thinks that she's better than them, you know?"
No, I just have no stories. Plus, I got high. There's the problem.
Because I got high.
Da-na-na.
Was that Afro Man?
Yeah.
I was gonna go to class, but then I got high. That was her Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, wasn't it? Yeah.
And then he did something recently that was like big.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was still a thing.
Yeah, it was something. I can't remember what I remember hearing about it on the radio. No.
Oh, okay, something good then.
Kind of.
All right. Don't let her back. She says that don't let her back until she says the T-800 has a dick. That's gonna be the new thing. Melissa doesn't believe that the Terminator has a dick. And they ask James Cameron, it becomes like a big thing, it becomes viral. It's like, well, yeah, we never thought about the Terminator having a dick, but now,
I guess that's it. I just never thought of it.
You really should. Of all the things going on in the world,
the weird
you
thing
can't bury your head in the sand.
You know what the weird thing is I could totally picture the second Terminator. I always forget.
The T-1000? I
could picture that having one simply because it was liquid.
Well, because it's liquid,
You could make it form. I just wasn't thinking that.
No, like the T-800.
I know he had skin, but he didn't have muscle.
But he had tons of muscles.
I guess so.
He was a fucking big muscle man. He was Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's not like Danny DeVito was the Terminator. They would have, Well, now you just ruined it. People are like, fuck it, I'm done. I don't believe in anything anymore.
Yeah.
Never thought of it. We have made a hashtag, Terminator does have a dick. If we get that trending, that would be incredible. People will be like, what's this about? And then they watch the clip and they're like, what? What is wrong with these people?
It'll turn into one of those Mandela effects. Because they would have seen the penis and now all the new ones don't have a penis. And you'll find like, oh, she said it didn't have a penis.
It's like the Fruit of the Loom thing, Terminator dick, Berenstein Bears. The Berenstein Bears have dicks?
Oh, I don't. Do bears have? Well, yes, bears have dicks normally. Because my uncle told me to fondle the balls.
Well, yeah, and they had babies.
Of course, they're mammals. I just didn't.
I had to argue with a dude the other day who told me that a shark was a mammal, and I was like, no, it's not. It's a fucking fish. T-800 had a dick, modeled the body after the general. Yeah, from the 2000 one. Candy was his name. Think if we flop it at the beginning and Arnold looking for clothes. Yeah. Oh, you see it flopping in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See,
Well, I don't know. With all the steroids and shit like that, I can't imagine it was that, like, impressive. Although, like, do you think that the robots were self-aware enough to know, like, human, like, tendencies? Like, having a big dick is looked at as, like, a good thing. So they gave him, like, a massive dong?
Well, it depends, because if we know from AI now, humans put the input into it, right? And think about all the people that crashed that one AI and tried to erase this thing. So think about what people probably tell this thing.
So it's the dick. If they got it from people now, the dick is shaped at the end like a Klan hood.
It would just probably be like John Holmes just laying on the floor. Horse cock or something.
That's a nice dick. Wow, power. What the fuck? Mine cock.
What people would input, it would be some great.
And you should have an extra finger as well.
Yeah.
If it's AI now. And the people who saw him naked. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because doesn't the one girl in Terminator 2 like look down and like check him out? Or is a condom? Well, I guess if your T is flaming down there, you might want to go see a doctor. What's that T necklace? You mean a cross? Cross from where? You watch Arrested Development when she wants to go to the Christian thing? Yeah, no, I always assumed that the Terminator had a dick and balls. Because like even in Terminator 3, like the girl Terminator could like make her boobs bigger and then smaller.
Ah.
Yeah. Do you think that she had nipples?
Do I think she had nipples?
Yeah, do you think that her Terminator had nipples?
Arnold had nipples.
I know.
So she had nipples.
But I mean, in Batman and Robin, the Batman and Robin had nipples on their suit, but not Batgirl.
Yeah, I still don't understand that.
Me either. Sexist, if you ask me.
Nipples.
I'm for gender equality when it comes to nipples on bat suits. Yeah, and then like.
What?
I'm off in the weeds now with all this shit, you know. But yeah, so whatever. You've ruined Terminator for me forever. Like, what's the best sci-fi sequel? And I'm like, it's Empire Strikes Back. It's just, please don't mention Terminator around her, please. Oh God, here she goes again.
He doesn't have a penis.
Or what if they got it wrong?
I mean, all right, when he's melted, he definitely doesn't have a penis because all the skin's gone.
That's true. Or what if he's just got one ball because like it glitched out and it's like in the middle and it just hangs in the middle, or it's here, it's a chesticle.
Could you imagine if that's where they put the self-destruct button?
Ah. And they have to. Michael Biehn has to hit his one testicle.
Tickle the tape.
Otherwise, people in the future. Oh, what would that say?
Wait, what?
Would just need to check if it was a penis. That's right. That would be like a replicant if it didn't have a penis. So they'd have to have to start like opening up the pants.
But what if that's like the first generation of the Terminators that went out there? They realized, oops, we forgot something.
Yeah. Or like they only give them baby dicks. Like, or it's just all head. It was like a turtle hiding in its shell.
They heard the phrase like a baby's arm. And
Yeah.
it's a baby's
It
arm.
literally is a baby's arm. It goes like that at you. That'd be terrifying.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm done. You win. The future can have it.
Your mind.
Great.
Oh my God! Did you see the new Rick and Morty's?
No.
Oh God! They do a Quado episode.
So one of my former friends, his baby picture, he looks like Quado, and it's just like, oh God. No, but can you imagine? Like that would be horrifying if the Terminator had a dick, but it was literally a baby's hand with 5 fingers. And it just like does that thing that babies do, and it's like you can't fight them at that point. You're like, stop it.
That was always the the one frightening thing that I would think about pregnancy, that you one day you just look down at his hand and be like, "Hi, Mom," and you just like go back outside and you're just like, "What the fuck was that?"
I always wanted to do. I'd be Catman, but my thing is like, say these dudes are like robbing a convenience store and they run out into the alley. I jump down in the middle of the alley and they think I'm gonna fight them. Instead, what I do is I stick my one leg out and I go down and start licking my own asshole. And they just put their guns and their money down. They're like, you know what? I'm going to community college.
This is over.
This is it. Imagine the grip strength.
Oh,
Oh, he could have another gun. He could have 3 guns. Try and fight that. General Grievous is like, that's what I was going for. That's what I wanted. Hello there. That's what he saw when he saw the dick with the gun. He's like, hello there.
What would we call Baby's arm?
Yeah.
Detective Baby.
Detective Baby arm. Like a baby's arm holding an apple. Mine's an apple tree holding a baby. Baby gun, baby dick hand. That'd be great, man. That's a new action movie that we should do. The guy just has to, but he's not very mobile because he has to always have his pants around his ankles until it's time to fight. Like imagine you like draw on a dude and he goes,
woo, wow.
I mean, it doesn't make a baby sound. It's not like there's a baby up in there.
But it'd just be background noise.
He goes, if you can imagine right now, if I wasn't drawing these guns on you, there'd be a baby sound coming out of my dick where there's a hand holding a gun at you. But like the little one holds it sideways like it's gangsta. I like this idea. This is better than Goro.
It's a little baby arm.
Little baby dick gun arm.
Dick Baby arm.
Dick baby arm. Dick is his first name. Dick baby arm.
Richard
Baby arm. Dickard. Yeah. Yeah, Adult Swim, call me. We could do this. They made Assy McGee.
I love Assy.
Yeah, I was like, why not? Little baby arm dick gun. Yeah, it's not even the weed that gets kicked off YouTube. It's this conversation. They're like, we worry about your guys' mental health. You know, we got a real Daniel Larson situation going on over here. After the fight, like in the green. Oh yeah. I don't even know anymore. I don't know anymore, guys. We're gonna call it a night. But thank you for joining us tonight. We went for over 3.5 hours.
Did we really?
Yeah. So that's 4 hours worth of filming with me today.
Ta-ta.
I know, that's pretty good. So in the comments, ask for Melissa to come back so that Melissa has to come back and do more stuff. And yeah. All right. Good night.
Night.
There we go.
Terminator baby arm.